light to the situation. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially live for Baltimore at Tampa Bay here right up the road from me. I'm like 2 hours away from this game right now. It slightly breaks my heart. But my Baltimore Ravens down here in Florida taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both of these teams, of course, fighting for the top of their divisions. The Ravens for the AFC North and the Buccaneers for the NFC South, respectively. Both of these teams do have some offensive firepower. So, of course, pre to the rankings of the weekend, PFF had Baltimore's offense ranked first, passing game second, pass blocking second, receiving second, running fourth, and run blocking fifth. But Tampa's no slouch themselves, coming in fifth offensively, eighth in the passing department, seventh in pass blocking, 15th in receiving, 5th in running, and 17th in run blocking. Of course, they were without their starting center, Graham Barton. I believe that's the Duke kid they took, the guard center out of Duke that they took. Missed last week. I think it was a hamstring injury. Should be playing today. Shout out to Cole Jackson, too, one of the guys that covers the Baltimore Ravens, does a lot of really good tape review. He was talking about last time the Ravens played these Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2022. Vita Vea, however you want to pronounce it, actually got the better of Tyler Linderbaum, who, of course, is like the best center in the NFL, or you can at least argue a top 5 center in the NFL for sure. But, is that Phil Collins? No, it's not Phil Collins. This music. They're playing the intro. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I can feel it calling in the air. Oh, sorry. Oh, Lord. Sorry. All right, but Baltimore has beaten the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 5 games straight, technically. What up, Azo, Daniel, Barry, Payo? How y'all doing tonight? But Tampa has beat the Bucs 5 straight times, the all-time record being 5-2. So Tampa got that early lead 2 times on Baltimore, and then Baltimore's never looked back. Of course, we mentioned that matchup a little bit earlier. The last game coming in 2022, Baltimore won that game 27-22. Lamar Jackson was 27 of 38 for 238 yards in that game. Of course, beating Tom Brady in his final season. Payo says, question, what do you think of the Mahomes fake run out of bounds? You know, it wasn't as bad as I think people exaggerate. I was covering that game live. I watched it live. It definitely wasn't like, like a fake slide sense. And like, he really wasn't like 100% given up. Like, it was one of those ones. If I remember right, the linebacker on that play that overran it was D. Winters, the second-year linebacker out of TCU. Someone I know in pretty depth. You got to play that a little bit differently. You don't lay the wood, but you make sure you gently follow him out of bounds, minimum. He did overrun it a little bit. I'm cool with what happened there. The only thing I'm not cool with, the dirty shot by the 49ers to Mahomes' throat. I watched that live. That was dirty. And that's probably what ignited the rest of it. So after that, the Chiefs players kind of took dirty shots at the Niners. And of course, we saw Trent Williams throw a big old right paw and get ejected. Really didn't like that they both didn't get ejected. Trent was on the ground and the dude took a shot at him in the same manner. But, it does happen to be like that. My beautiful girlfriend was offering to buy me tickets to this game, and I told her we probably should just save the money. I could be at this game right now if I had really wanted to. Like I said, this is about 2 hours away from me in Tampa. I'll have to see if we see any Raven people. Definitely not seeing a lot of purple in this crowd. I think Lacey DaCosta is with EDC here at this game. That would be super cool. And Tucker out to kick this, so Tampa will receive to start the game. Lisa Salters had to deal with a family matter. We hope everything's okay. And here we go. Tampa definitely has a favored side on this kickoff return. Let's see if they get a chance to return it. And this one about midway through the end zone, not going to return it. And there's Sean Tucker. And of course, how many yards did he go off for last week? Oh, one of the Ravens accidentally ran over an official. That's not a good start to the day. We're probably going to get a flag on that later. That's not a good start, boys. But of course, like they're showing there, Baker completing a career high, basically 70.8 or 70.9. So it's basically Baker is completing 71% of his passes right now. Definitely something to keep an eye on here. 4 wide, empty backfield here. Baker looking left, gets pressure early. He's going to run up the middle, and good slide for him. Owe and Roquan right there with him. Looks like maybe early pressure by Travis Jones potentially. And there they're showing Liam Cohen, his first season as offensive coordinator for this offense. Oops, let me get that Gamecast fixed. Someone should have yelled at me. There we go. Much better. 14:30 on the clock, 2nd and 4 after that first pass. Trips left here for the Bucs. They're making a protection adjustment. Number 88, I think that's Otten, man, in motion. Handoff going left here. I think that's like a little counter run. Or just, I guess that's inside zone with a halfback, the tight end split back, basically, coming on the motion to seal the backside. So it's a zone run left with a split back tight end motion block. And like they're talking about, Zach Orr, first season as defensive coordinator, really starting to get comfortable. You can tell the preseason, the issues that we talked about clearly disappeared with the personnel coming in, and quick little pass here on the left side, and that's White, and that's a first down for the Buccaneers. And that was a very just in motion halfback coming out of the backfield. And the Ravens, like they're saying, the Ravens weren't set on this play, and they clearly took advantage of it. Owe late to get out there, it looks like, to the halfback. And Owe looked like he was breathing a little hard already. 13:20 on the clock. Welcome, ES. What up, my boy? Strong formation right here. And Baker's going to make an adjustment. Number 15 motioning to the left side here. Let's see if Baker looks that way. Run going in that direction, and maybe a gain a yard. Owe and Simpson on the stop. I would really like for the Ravens to come and make a stop right here. Simpson checking out of the game for the Ravens. Are they moving to like a dime look here? What's going on? Did Christian Welsh check in? I'm very interested here. Let's see. I see Roquan. I think they're in a nickel. Kyle Hamilton's playing the other linebacker, so Kyle's playing the big dime. And Kyle Hamilton makes the tackle right there. Maybe a gain about 3 on the play. And it was a big nickel with Kyle Hamilton moving down to basically play that second linebacker. And good read by Hamilton. Really shows that length on that tackle. Liam Cohen. Interesting. I mean, he's done a pretty dang good job. I thought David Canales was going to be missed there in Tampa, and this guy has stepped right in. 3rd and 5. Let's see if the Ravens bring some pressure. They got some guys lined up A-gap. And Hamilton's checking out of the blitz here. He's moving over there with the tight end. And run up the middle, and not going to get there. It's going to be short by about a yard. So they might go for it. Todd Bowles has an interesting look on his face. He said something to the side after that play. Steve-O says, I think Mahomes was touched by winners while he was out of bounds. And Steve-O, man, I have a lot of faith in D Winners, man. I don't know if he's put on the weight that I wanted him to do after his rookie year. They really don't give us accurate weights once the season starts. All right, 4th and 1 here, though. And Baker makes an adjustment. Motion. It's going to be a jet sweep. They're going that way, and that's a first down and some. Down what looks like to be the 23-yard line of the Ravens. That's Jalen McMillan, the rookie from Washington. Was he a second round or third round pick by them? But that's a pretty good run by the former Washington Husky. But D plays fast, but he's overplaying plays because he's so fast is the problem. He needs to slow it down, just like relax. And like I said, maybe add like a few more pounds. He's listed at 227. I want to see him over 230. And Baker going deep down the left sideline. And oh, man, Mike Evans has a huge hole in the zone. Their safety's back there, but they're playing different wide receivers. Looks like, I don't know what happened there. I'd love to see the route. And that's an 8-play, 70-yard drive by the Buccaneers. 4 minutes and 33 seconds off the clock. As barring the PAT, Tampa takes an early 7-0 lead over the Ravens. I would love to watch that replay. And Mike Evans is limping on the sideline, so his hamstring might be re-aggravated after that touchdown. God, they're really not going to show us a replay of that? That's wild. Steve-O says, I think I got to root for Tampa in case anyone picked them into Survivor. Do you, Steve-O? I ain't offended if you root for the other team. That is his 100th career touchdown catch, 11th all-time with 100+. It hurts, but let's be honest. Congratulations to Mike Evans. That was anytime someone, reaches like a milestone like that, that's huge, It's unfortunate it had to come against us. And it's unfortunate for him that it looks like he might have re-aggravated that hamstring injury. Azo, you stole that 100 roll for them. Azo really hit the 100? Bro, that's wild. That is wild. Azo is him. Oh, thank you for reminding me that. I have the betting done, but I don't have it open. Thank you, Azo. With that, I'm officially going to open betting for the game using your loyalty points. We're just going to put Bucks instead of right now, all of Buccaneers. And with that, betting is officially open for the game. You can bet using your loyalty points, just like Streamlabs told you there. You can see me and Azo showing you how to get the bets in. Exclamation point, bet the team you're choosing, either Ravens or Bucks, BUCS, and then a point value between 10 and 100,000. And now with that, we've got 200,000 loyalty points in the pot off just 2 bets already between me and Azo. Make sure you get that bet in. Betting will probably close either halftime or third quarter, depending on the score. You know what I mean? And yeah, let's watch this here. Here we go, finally. Let's watch. So, okay. Oh, yep. That's a great play design, honestly. And I don't know if that's got to be a little bit on Stevens, right? That was such well designed. I really like the way that was designed. Like, and Ravens going to return this kick here at the 20-yard line, makes his first move and able to gain some yards. He looks down at the 35-yard line, so that was someone just added from the practice squad. I didn't get a chance to see. All right, Lamar, let's get it started, boys. So Tampa coming into this game, 28th ranked run defense, 6th ranked coverage. Make them sell out. And that's been what they talked about. The Ravens are making teams sell out on the run so hard that all the Ravens wide receivers are getting one-on-ones, and Bate is able to beat people through route running, and Zay is just pure lightning in a bottle. Zay, the man in motion this time. Handoff going up the middle. Here's Henry's first run, and gain of maybe about 3 or 4 on the play. Kind of wish he would have actually put that left foot in the ground and broke harder to the right side a little bit. But, hey, I'm never going to be upset with like 3 yards. Hey, technically 4 yards. 2nd and 6. I mean, that's the thing. If you can average 4 yards a carry, you can just run the ball 3 times in a row. It's as simple as that. No, nothing is more demoralizing as a defensive lineman if they just can come out there and just keep running you over. Let's see. Zay motion, and again, this one's going to be Lamar's going to keep it off the fake jet sweep, and he's got the first down at the 50-yard line. And everybody thought that ball was going to Zay. The camera thought it was going to Zay. Half the defense thought it was going to Zay. Heck, a couple offensive players other than Zay might have thought it was going to Zay. I don't know why. Let's see. Give it a minute. Sometimes it takes a minute to register, I've noticed. And fake toss. There's Flowers. And a first down catch. Zay, of course, coming into this game, back-to-back 100-yard receiving games. That's the first time in his career. So he's looking to make it 3 in a row. That's wonderful. Fake toss right, screen left to Zay. Zay has to sit on the ground to make this catch, so I'd love a little bit better ball placement on that throw. But wouldn't have made too much of a difference on that one, to be honest with you. And there it goes. It registered the bet for you. Yes. And toss play going left. And, one of the Buccaneers in the backfield quickly. Oh, is this a fumble? And play got blown up on the left side of the Ravens offensive line. Ricard set the edge, but let's see here. Good block by Likely, and just the corners coming off there. Ricard has to get it so far out there. I mean, that's pretty hard for Ricard to get that far out there. And he's, of course, down before that ball comes out. 2nd and 11 after the negative run. Split back formation here. Strong right. Lamar looking left. Oh, pressured in. Diaby. Oh, yeah. That's so bittersweet. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's coming off the right side here of the offensive line of the Ravens. Let's watch here. Matched up against Rosengarten and just goes outside, comes back inside, and just runs right by Rosengarten. Rosengarten's probably got to learn to set a little more there. I think he had a halfback on the outside to help him there, it looked like almost. Yaya, of course, I think was one of my draft special guys, so it was a little rough, you know. Lamar, deep drop, pressured again, and down it goes again, down at the 40-yard line, losing even more yards. Number 31, is that Winfield? Oh my gosh, let's see here. Winfield, the safety, coming on the blitz, it looks like. Shows 4. They bring 5, drop one guy out, and they overload the left side of the Ravens offensive line, and I think Voorhees might have missed a guy there, but not much he could have done. Got to get rid of the ball quickly there. 4th and 28 as Jordan Stout's out there to return this. Oh my God, punt this. 2 sacks back-to-back. Yeah, it's really rough. And no return here. Oh, hit like out on the goal line. So no return. Going to come out to the 20. Azo said it's crumbled twice. Yeah, The first one was just probably a technical mistake, I'm guessing, on Rosengarten. I'd have to watch it again a few more times. The left side was either on Voorhees or it's on Lamar. But either way, it was well disguised, in my opinion. Lamar probably thought that the safety was going to be covering Mark Andrews on the play. And they like I said, they dropped out one of the defensive linemen to take away the short pass, essentially. And instead of that basic four, they brought five well spaced across the line, but slightly overloaded on the left side of the Ravens offensive line. What up, John Jay? I am so freaking tired from my workout. For those that don't know, don't follow me on like Twitter and stuff like that. You know, I work out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we do shows Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes Monday, like this week. So today was leg day. Oh my God, my legs are so tired. That protein shake hit different after the gym. But I'll be honest, like, I have this weird tradition. I know it's ass backwards. And we're talking because, you know, we're on commercial break here a little bit. But I always end my workouts with the run. And I know you should like run before you lift because like, you know, your legs aren't tired and it like technically increases the blood flow to like your legs, for example. So then you can go get a better lift out of your lift. But I have this mindset where I like to go and lift first and make sure my legs are tired. They feel heavy. And that's when I go run because it's like training my brain to keep going even after I've expended all that energy on my legs, if that makes sense. Like, I don't like my run to be nice and easy. I like it to be slightly rough. I like to feel like at the very end, my legs are like ready to just stop. Like, legitimately. I've noticed too, my problem lately is my cardio's improved that I'm not even like that winded at the end of my workouts. But man, I'm just calorie wise again struggling. And Baker getting pressure, doesn't see a guy. Oh, he gets it off. What a play. Look at Lamar-esque there. And that's Bucky Irving, the recipient on that reception. And let's watch this here. Ravens bring a little bit of blitz. Michael Pierce, the first pressure. Baker comes and Michael coming behind him as if one of the guys coming downfield. And my gosh, what a play. And Jerome Simpson with the tackle on the play. 5:30 left here. Cade Otton switched to the right side. Strong right formation here for the Bucs. Another motion. They're running towards the motion constantly. And oh, who is there in the middle with Roquan? And like they're saying, this defense, number one run defense, Beak and Travis have been just absolutely lights out. Surprisingly, Broderick Washington was the inactive for this game among the defensive line candidates. Good to see Brent Urban back there. And, you know, it's just, they're so good. I wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens move on from Broderick after the season. Nothing against him. He's a really good defensive lineman, but just, it'll save a good little chunk of cap space that'll basically pay for Patrick Ricard's contract. 440 and over the middle, and Roquan and Pierce trying to knock that ball out. And there they're showing Mike Evans getting congratulated, making sure to give that ball to the equipment manager. Azo said, listen, Tampa wants to win this game. They're on it. They do. But like I said, both teams are technically in the first place of their divisions or tied for first place. My apologies. So both teams are hungry for this win. And again, the Ravens have won the last 5 games against Tampa. So Tampa wants this. Trips, stack formation, bunch left. Baker, of course, looking there and got a man. Squeezing one through the middle. And that's McMillan again. But we've got a flag on the play. And twice now that rookie made some good plays. Ooh, we got a roughing the passer. Oh, That's against Baltimore and against, I think, Beak. Namde Matabike. And let's see here. I mean, I hate to be that person. It's really rough because he's trying to get through the lineman and trying to get a hand on the ball. But by the book rules, that is a penalty. As much as it sucks, that is a technical penalty. 3:48 left here in the first quarter as Tampa continues to move the ball down the field here. Baker just looks so comfortable in this offense. Split back run going right here, and that's probably a play where they can run to either way. Baker basically faked it to one running back. He ran across, pulled it, and then gave it to the other guy. And Mike Evans, he's clearly struggling with that hamstring injury right now. And that's what I'm like, dude, chill. I hate to be this person, but Mike, chill out, dude. It's not worth having a season-ending injury right now, for one game. You are a playoff team on the NFC side, more than likely. And handoff up the middle, and that's a close. Yeah, he's got the first down. CJ says, "Oh, let's see if you can get 100 watching this game." Then I respectfully let's play. Oh man, no, CJ, that would be great. Don't really do that because technically, to plug other people's streams like in their comments is against streamer etiquette, and I don't want them like thinking that like I told people to do it and stuff like that. As nice as it would be like to hang out with the Grossi Posse a little bit tonight, you know. And I love that you want that for me, and I appreciate and love you, my dude. What up, Terradome? And there's my boy Bucky Irving. And for those that don't know, I featured Bucky Irving on my draft special. Really like the young man out of Oregon. His pass catching and route running were really on show on the tape, and I think he was at the combine, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to go back in my notes. But 140 as Tampa's now in the red zone again. Just trips right. Rashad White motion there to the screen going that way and tackled, maybe a gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and goal here. We're already having a good night, right? We're already having a good night. Like I said, I got my workout in. I got leg day in. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. I'm trying super hard this week on like doing math and calorie counting. I need to get about 3,400 calories a day, or if I'm eating 3 meals a day, about 1,150 calories a meal per day. However, I'm going to move that around. And Mayfield going to the end zone right, looking for Mike Evans and Wiggins and Hamilton in the area. Might have been a miscommunication there. Might have just thrown that out of the back of the end zone for to play it safe. 57 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ravens and Buccaneers best at the third down conversion this season. Ravens 51%, Buccaneers 47%. I mean, either number is impressive. If you're over 40%, you're having a great third down season. 3rd and goal. Ball on the 8.5. Mayfield, good pocket. Got time all day. He's buying even more time and finds a man in the back of the end zone. I believe that's Godwin, number 14. And we've got a flag, though. Let's see what the flag is. Terradome says, put some lettuce and mustard on it. Let's go. Holding number 68. That is a 10-yard penalty. Back him on up. Whoo. I mean, that usually does happen when you're buying that much time. It's almost like bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? And let's watch here. Yeah, and Oweh's like literally like, come on, ref, you're right there to watch it. Azo said the game will really be hating on you. My gosh, dude. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I got you, ES. Hold on. Add points. ES. ES always be in my stream. Give Streamlabs just a minute, ES, and it should give you the hookup. Hey. Thanks, Streamlabs. 25 seconds as the field goal kicker's coming out here for Tampa. I mean, that's a win. That's a win. A field goal is a win right now. It's here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and air out a concern that I'm already a little worried for. No problem, my boy. 23-yard try here for, I hate to say this is my fantasy football kicker, and 10-0. For those that don't know, actually, McLaughlin, the kicker for Tampa, is actually my current sleeper fantasy football kicker. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have shown really good faith in him to give him attempts at 50-plus yards. I think in 4 out of his first 6 games, he had a 50-yard attempt. And worth having a conversation with the ref right there, and better be careful he doesn't get a flag. Probably telling him, what else can I do? Oh, the NBA season tips off tomorrow? I didn't even know that, guys. You know, I really kind of wish Baltimore had a basketball team. Can you imagine if somehow Baltimore was able to have Camden Yards, M&T Bank, and then, I don't know what would we call the last one? I don't want to name it after the Crabs. You can name it after the Bay, but I don't know what what would you name the Baltimore basketball team? Oh, I need to make that a poll. And let's see if we get a return here. No return this time. Hill telling him to make sure he takes a knee. Let me see here. Back. Cancel, confirm, add. And we've got a play action. Oh, Kolar with a good catch on the left sideline. Tippy toe. For those that don't know, man, Kolar, they had some fun with him in the offseason. He showed up, I think, with like some dreads, some cornrows or something. And they were messing with him so hard at one point. Minimum of 2. That's not what I want. How do I do a different type of poll? Guess I can't do it. That's a little rough. That's a little rough. I was trying to see if there was a way I could set up a poll for that. What would you name the Baltimore NBA? Like, and I know that the Wizards are right down the road, you know, right down the beltway. Like, you could basically consider the Washington Wizards like a Baltimore team in a sense. But it just doesn't hit the same for me. They've been a badly run organization for a long time, just like the Commanders were. There's a little bit of hope for the Commanders now with new ownership, but just I can't get behind the Wizards. So if Baltimore had a team, like, you don't want to name it after Crabs. The Bay, no. You can't do it like Edgar Allan's Raven because we already have the Ravens. The Orioles are iconic. I mean, maybe you call them like, no, you don't want to call it Bay Sharks. Oh, I can't wait to see that Venom movie Thursday. The Last Dance. Anyone else going to see Venom? I still haven't seen the Wolverine movie, to be honest with you. Wolverine Deadpool movie. I'm so sad about that. It's probably just going to be on like some The Baltimore Bison. Like, I like the B&B, but like, ain't no bison in Baltimore. That's like some Colorado Western. It's like, you could call them like the Bay Sharks, but like, probably ain't too many sharks in the Chesapeake Bay. I don't like names like Pelicans. Let's see here. Let me see here. And we already have the Terrapins, the college team, so we can't even call it that. I mean, there's Peregrine Falcons, but like there's already so many Falcon teams. Like, all right, come on, Lamar. Jet sweep here to Zay. Good move here. Oh, he breaks some room. Still going. Oh my God. What a play. He ended up going 28. What was that like? So he's on the 45, 5, 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards. He basically takes it 25 yards, but probably ran 50 yards because he was zigging and zagging so much. And oh no, Zay's on the sideline and he is in serious pain. He is helmet off. It looks like he is facially in a lot of pain. That is not a good sign. Tylan Wallace in the game here, and Lamar escapes the pressure, still on his feet and able to get a first down. And I forgot to mention this, guys. Pterodome says the Baltimore Bullets. Oh my God. That's so bad, but so funny at the same time. That's a Jackbox answer. Oh no, Zay's ankle got rolled up on that tackle. And yeah, that's an obvious ankle. He's able to get off the field, but in a ton of pain, and medical staff has taken a look at that ankle. Oh my God, that is heartbreaking. 1st and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line. I'm sorry, 26. Run going left. That's Henry. Spin move, and that's a good gain of what looks like 6 or 7 yards on the play. And Zay is still, man, you can see he is upset on the sideline right now. And my concern was coming into the second quarter, being down 10 points. I hope the Ravens don't abandon the run already. It's still so early in this game. Do not panic. Monken, offense, John Harbaugh, run the ball. It's okay. We got this. 2nd and 3. Wallace getting a lot of snaps here with Zay out of the game. And Lamar got a man. That's likely. And good catch down at what looks like the 10-yard line here. And fresh set of downs as Baltimore's in the red zone. And Zay looks like he's trying to come back out there, but came in for one play and he's back off. They're probably trying to test that ankle up. Ravens trying to make sure they're set here. 1st and goal. Ball on the 9. Lamar looking right, going there. There's Andrews and wide open. And Britt, their defender, 52 for the Buccaneers, looking at his fellow defender with his hand like. And we've got our first Mark Andrews sighting of the night. And let's see here. They jam him in a zone coverage, and then everyone just leaves him. He is so wide open on this throw. He's not used to being left that wide open. And now the Ravens only down 3 points. Say it with your chest. Oh, that's why we're not playing good. Hold on. We had to put our AKA chain on, get our lucky ball. But what up, John Jay? What up, Steve-O? Welcome in, Oak. We finally just got on the board. How's the other game going? Oh, the other game starts at 9, so it's about to start in 9 minutes. Wow, that's wild that it's like starting late. I don't think anyone's really that excited for that game, though. LA versus Arizona exclusively, I think, on ESPN Plus, if I'm not mistaken. I'm glad that we calmed down. We started running the ball a little bit. We did get a little lucky, like Lamar escaping on that play and things like that. Zay making a huge play, but Zay injuring his ankle is definitely unfortunate. Tylan Wallace is a similar build and type of receiver to Zay, but there ain't no one like Zay in the NFL right now, in my opinion. What he can do with the ball in his hands and make that first guy miss. Oak says, "How about them Bengals?" Congrats on the win over Cleveland. I saw Deshaun Watson. I saw that Achilles pop in slow motion. That's rough. The Browns might be in a better situation though. I really wonder the quarterback situation, like what their quarterback situation is going to be. Is Tua going to play football again this year? The whole Tua thing, like. I got to find a scout for the Dolphins and start getting them. I'm trying to get my boy Gunnar Watson a job. For those that don't know, like last year, I watched Tyson Bagent at the Combine. Let me tell you this. My memory is very clear on watching Tyson Bagent. So the quarterbacks came out on day one throwing, and Bagent, while should have been the number one quarterback to throw based on name, didn't go first. He actually threw dead last. But from a very small level quarterback, pretty solid mechanics, good arm talent, and of course he came in and won a couple games for the Bears last year. And that's the thing, if it's a late round quarterback, that's all I could ask for of a late round quarterback in their rookie year, And so this year, my guy was Gunnar Watson, the 6-year starting quarterback for Troy. I really liked the things I saw out of him while I was studying other guys like Kimani Vidal and some of the wide receivers over there. And one of the things when I was going through my next level PFF stats was the amount of play actions that Gunnar Watson did. There was no quarterback on the FBS level that had any level of close amount of the play action plays. So, you can really design, if you have a good run game, a good play action offense, and his ability to make those type of reads, scramble, things like that, and hopefully manage the game, which I think he had really good ratios for his years. And I just like, again, the 6-year starter. And Roquan blitzing here, run going left, and man, if Baker had kept that, he'd been running for his life. Oak says, "I'm always happy when the Browns lose, but everyone else in the AFC North wins." Yeah, it's definitely like I said, I feel so bad for Browns fans half the time just because I know how devoted and hardcore they are. And it's like a certain part of me cannot not wish them well because they give their heart so openly. They wear it on their sleeves. They are passionate. And Baker getting pressured, and down he goes, ball's out. And Tavius Robinson's going to get credit with a sack and a strip sack, that is. We'll have to see what the flags are after the play, but Baker's pointing towards the Ravens secondary. Let's see if it is. Evans says it's against them. And that's holding against Brandon Stevens, lined up against Mike Evans, I'm guessing. Let's see if they'll give us a replay here. Let's watch. And, oh, man, he aggressively jams the shit out of Mike Evans on that play. Because he's got a safety over the top. I mean, that's smartly designed. He just kind of a little too much contact. And, you can see when Tavian took him down, Baker's left arm kind of got trapped there. Baker might have a little bit of a non-throwing shoulder injury after that. And handoff going up the middle, cut left there, and that's Sean Tucker, I believe. Yep, getting tackled by Trent Sims. The Baltimore Tide. Ooh, that's actually, yes. That's actually, I'm not against the Tide as much. It's like you could probably go with the Baltimore Bay Crabs, or something, but the Tide, you could almost kind of steal Roll Tide and say roll with the Tide. make up some Tide reference. And you could make such a bad joke. So you could be like, they ain't ready for the Baltimore bad boys. They coming with the red tide. And for those that know, the red tide like kills tons of like sea life and ocean life. So like in that sense, it would be coming to suffocate the oxygen out of the opponent, which would be like such a good insult, but you got to be wary because you got to acknowledge how bad a red tide actually is. But 3rd and 3. Again, Buccaneers 47% for the year. Baker, short pass going right and no one around him. And that's Rachaad White with an easy first down, pushed out of bounds what looks like the 40-yard line of the Ravens. 30-yard line, I believe, of the Ravens. So and let's see. And I mean, that's well designed. So Roquan's got man coverage against the halfback. He lines up, though, like he's going to go for an A-gap blitz. The Bucs run slants from the right side, which is a natural pick then for Roquan trying to come across the middle to get to the halfback, which is why the halfback was so wide open on that play. And hand up of the middle, Rachaad White, and that's a pretty good game. Maybe about 8 yards on the play. 9:25 here is Tampa's, I think, in the red zone after that. Close to it. And they, like I said, this could be a high-scoring game, high-flying offenses, and it's looking like that right now. And again, the Ravens tonight have now allowed 59 yards rushing. That's the most they've allowed this season. Or that's about how many they've allowed per game this season. And screen set up here to the tight end, and good tackle by Hamilton. Got him by the shoestrings. And if Hamilton had got him, Cade Otton on that tight end screen would have probably gone for at least another 5 to 10 yards. Hamilton looking up at the big board. The Baltimore Wire. Okay, not bad, not bad. Ooh, what if we made a reference to Pimlico Racetrack and like racing horses? So like the Baltimore, maybe Stallions, Baltimore. Trying to think another good like derby horse thing. I'm not a big derby guy. Baltimore. That's going to bug me all night, dude. I'm going to wake up at 2 in the morning and my girl just look at my girlfriend and be like, the Baltimore. And she's just going to look at me like, what the fuck are you talking about, boy? 2nd and 7 here. Buccaneers ball on the 25-yard line. He's going deep down the left sideline. Got him, man. And he had Mike Evans and he dropped it. And Mike is grabbing that right hamstring and in serious pain now. And I just don't understand why Mike Evans is trying to play so hard through this injury. And Brandon Stevens is a little slow to get up too. He might be hurt. And we've got 2 players down now. And look at this guy just taking all these pictures of Evans as he's hurt. There's an old man with a camera like probably 5 feet from Mike Evans. And he is grinning, bro. Grinning because he is so happy to get these shots. And he's just like taking these shots of Mike Evans. I'm like, look at him right there. He's like side-eyeing Mike, like, should I? And then you see the moment that camera dude's like, I'm doing this. And he starts throwing up the camera sideways like this to just start. I watched that dude probably shoot at least 20 to 50 shots of Mike Evans dealing with that injury and like wallowing in pain. Like slightly dirty. That's a good question for the chat. Is it dirty for the sports photographer to just kind of sit there and shoot those type of shots of Mike Evans as he's hurt? Or is it fair game and, he's just doing his job? Like, that's another good question. But like I said, I understand Mike Evans and they want to win this game. But as a coach, I mean, that's where you got to shut Mike down. When you pull like your hamstring and stuff like that, a pull is essentially like a little bit of a small muscle tear. It's a low grade muscle tear. And if you, as someone that dealt with that, I remember in high school, I went from in high school, I went from 5'5", like 5'6" to 6'2" and 100. I went 5'5" or 5'6" and 160 pounds to 6'2", 190 over one summer. And because I was about to go through this large growth spurt around my 10th grade year and earlier, I could not stay healthy to save my life. My quads and hams pulled left and right on me. And I actually really tore my quad badly because I didn't want to lose my starting job on the soccer team as a goalkeeper. And I kept trying to play through a really bad pull and tear. And it ended up turning into, like, at minimum, like an 8-week, 10-week injury. It basically ended me. And I gave up on soccer after that because I couldn't understand what was going on. You know, I never really had injury problems in my life. And then, of course, after I hit my growth spurt, I was like, oh, yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. All right, 3rd and 7 after Baker's deep shot. Trips right here. I think that's Godwin, the soul man left side. Baker going to look to the trips, and and that's Godwin, who was on the right side. I saw it late, but 14, and he bobbles the catch on the slant, but makes it. 1st and goal as we're halfway through the first quarter here. And Ravens are getting some pretty good pressure, but just the offensive line is holding out just long enough for these guys to get open. Godwin, just a good little slant there, makes a move on Marlon Humphrey. Marlon tries to punch the ball out after, but 1st and goal. Let's see here. Ravens need to make something happen. I didn't check the individual lineup of the Buccaneers. I should have before. And there's a run up the middle. And that's Bucky Irving down at what looks like the 3-yard line. So the thing I've discovered with that, with the roll, it won't allow me, actually, this is why I tell y'all the gambling's the better way to go. With gambling, I cannot set the modifier to negative, so you cannot lose money when you gamble. But I did set it to like the bottom tier, like I think like 50 and under is a multiplier of 0 or 1, meaning you don't lose anything, but you don't gain anything if it's under like 50 in that range. Intercepted Marlon Humphrey with week to week interceptions. And Baker had all the time in the world back there. Puts one to the back pylon on the right side, left side of the Ravens defense, and Marlon's there. Let's go! Let me get the defensive gif. I know I got a Marlowe gif. Let's go! Oh, God, I miss playing football. I forgot. I actually last week was looking. I'm trying to play football again, man. But I know there weren't a lot of leagues in the Southwest Florida area, so, or at least like in my county, I should say. Excuse me. So, ooh, rolling a 2. Exactly, and like Azo said, so you spent $7,500, but you won it back. Trust me, if Streamlabs would let me, I would absolutely set a modifier to negative. If you rolled, I think like it gives me 5 percentiles maybe to base the points off of. So like 1 to 25, 20. I know the top tier like is like 93 to 100, and I think I have it like set between like 5 and a 7-time multiplier for that. So you got to at least roll a 50 to, I think, get some money. Get down. I wonder if I could set half multipliers. Holy crap. I bet you I could. I got to make a note to try that after a stream. Oh, and if you're sipping an adult beverage like me, I know I should not be drinking alcohol post-workout, but cheers. We got our little Baltimore Ravens tumbler. People always be like, I don't know what to get you, Levi. I don't know what to get you. Anything Ravens. Anything Ravens. Doesn't even matter. Anything Ravens. Simple as that. It is actually that easy. And again, my girlfriend actually was talking about buying me tickets to this game because for those that don't know, we live down here in Southwest Florida currently, and Tampa is about 2 hours away. We actually sometimes jokingly, we've done it once. We've actually done it once. We went. Let's watch this interception here. So Marlon, he's just reading Cade on. He might be sitting in his zone. Little hand fighting there, and then he releases from Cade to go to the back of the end zone where Jalen McMillan was going. And Baker never sees him kind of step off there. And that's probably how you know it's a zone. Marlon's staying there. It's probably how you know that's actually a zone coverage. 1st and 10. Good coverage by Marlon. Ball on the 20-yard line after the interception. Mark Andrews slot left. And this is going to be a run to Henry. He's got some space. Bouncing out to the right side and got a first down and some. Probably about a gain of 12 and a half, maybe 13 yards. 5:59 here as Baltimore only needs a field goal to tie this game. Yeah, Evans has got to, I hope Evans is okay, honestly. He's a good dude. He caught his 100th touchdown. Get out of the game. Oh, Hill moving out to the backfield. Looks like they're going to show some pressure here now. They bring it, and Lamar makes the first guy miss. He's going to take a shot deep. Got him in. It's Bateman. Makes the first man miss. He's at the 25-20, 15-10, and down at the 8-yard line. So Lamar moved Justice Hill out of the backfield on motion out to the Z spot receiver. The moment they did that, Tampa said, we're blitzing. They line up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 or 7 guys at the line of scrimmage. Back one guy out. Winfield is the free blitzer on the right side of the line of scrimmage. Lamar has to account for him, jukes him into the dirt. So he accounts for him, rolls right where Bateman then buys time, sits down in his zone, and Lamar hits him perfectly. And Lamar telling the refs, you got to reset the play clock. So I think we had some play clock issues here. 1st and goal for the Ravens. Nice. I don't want to hear a word from PayPal. I'm telling you, I don't trust the tap stuff, bro. The tap stuff is just like, as someone that's like done some security work and stuff like that, and like, shared some stories among peers and coworkers, some of the things I've heard, like with the tap stuff you can do. For example, there was a lady that was working for a bank, which requires secure access, or what we call SIDA, secure ID authorization or areas. And we'll get back to that story later if someone reminds me. 4:42, 1st and goal. Ravens 18 touchdowns on their last 20 red zone drives. I formation, little play action. Lamar, good pocket, having to roll out, getting chased, and he's going to flick this just through the back of the end zone. That's a good call. Good job buying time. Good protection initially as well. Finally collapses off the right side, but Lamar sees it coming. Five of 6 tonight, 103 yards, 22 rushing yards, and of course that touchdown. Both quarterbacks are having really good nights. Let's not get it twisted. And Marlowe getting something like kind of maybe some chapstick or something. It was like his eye paint used to be there, and it's like gone now. And they're putting something there. So Lamar, quarterback keeper, going right. He's got a hole, jumps over a man, and he's going to waltz into the end zone. But we've got a flag on the play. Let's see what it is. Good design, great blocking, and it's holding on the Ravens. So bring that play on back. And that's Daniel Falele, the right guard for the Ravens, the massive human being that he is. And let's see here. Let's see. I saw a little bit where he grabbed him and like pulled him that way, but yeah. And Harbaugh is absolutely livid right now with the ref. And even everyone in the booth is saying there was no hold on that play. I think I kind of saw what the ref was seeing. So he had his arm on the back of the shoulder and he kind of pulled him that way. But screenplay to Justice Hill. Oh my God, the blocking. There's 4 Ravens offensive line and Hill is in. No flags on this one. Patrick McCary was getting ready to pick Justice Hill up into the ground. And that's an 18-yard touchdown reception by Justice Hill on a screen. 4 plays, 80-yard response here by the Ravens. Let's watch it here. And they bring a cornerback blitz. Good call with the screen. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, Stanley, McCary, Linderbaum, and Falele are all out there 10 yards ahead of Justice Hill blocking down the field on that 18-yard down reception. That is hats off, fucking gentlemen. Hats fucking off on that blocking, execution, play call. Like, absolutely beautiful. But like let's talk about a little bit about what like the real thing is here. So the real thing here is that Todd Monken is responding, him or Lamar, or I should say both of them. For those that don't know, the real difference in the offense for this season for the Ravens has been, you can see it. Lamar has a very clear understanding and command of the offense. He is often shifting the play, audibling the play, and making the protection calls as he should. There is such a level of growth in him and this offense this season. And it's, I'm going to be honest, it is such a breath of fresh air, to be honest with you. Like, it's so good to see. It's so wonderful. It's going well. But so, like we've seen, we are seeing that the Buccaneers are willing to bet on their blitz. It paid off early on the first drive. Why would you not keep doing it? But now they've been burned on that blitz, not only by Lamar understanding their adjustment and understanding his responsibilities and making a play, but as well as that screen was a perfect response. What do you do when people are loading the box and blitzing you? You screen, which is why like a year or two ago, I was screaming at this monitor every day to incorporate more screens into the offense. And then what happened? Todd Monken came out here in the offseason and said, we're going to do a lot more screens in the offense. And we talked about it, how at Georgia, he ran successfully a good amount of screens. And what have we seen? A good amount of successful screens just like that. I'm telling you, we're going to see more of the tight end screens coming towards playoff time, I feel like he doesn't need to dip into his bag yet. But you can set up a double tight end screen if you really fucking wanted to. Likely and Andrews are both big enough and athletic enough to make yards after catch with it. And you can legitimately, like I said, set up double option screen, tight end screen. And then what you do is you run off the wide receivers on slants, so that gives even more traffic over the middle. Oh my God, this Crown and Coke is hitting different after this workout. I am so tired. And here's Tucker with the kick. We got 4:23 left here in the second quarter of this game. I mean, well, we got to update. Mike Evans officially out with the hamstring injury. You know, honestly, hear me out. I'm glad to hear that, but not that he's injured. I'm glad to hear it because it was more important to shut him down for this game and for Tampa Bay's from a genuine third-person perspective, non-biased. It was better to shut him down this game than have some serious injury that then hampers him in the playoff run. Tampa is in good position to make the playoff, especially tied for the NFC South. No reason to push it for the Bucs. I know it sucks, but and there's Sean Tucker got a first down and some running to the left side as the man who blew up last week in New Orleans has his first big play. And this is a heavy formation left. They're just running stretch outside zone here, essentially. And just all day. Sits down. Good blocking by Shepard, the wide receiver on the outside there for the Bucs. We give on Darwin's Raven, we give credit where credit is due. It's as simple as that. We don't hate on teams just because they ain't us, you know. 1st and 10, 3:50 here on the clock. Motion right. They're going to run back to that left side where they just had success, and not much that time. Kyle Van Noy, the first one there. Brent Urban, and I believe that was Jerome Simpson or Roquan over there secondly. And like they're showing there, Buccaneers have had struggled in the rushing game. 2022 last, 2023 last, 2024 they're 8th. And of course in 2022 was the worst in franchise history. And now they've got 3 pretty good guys. And Bucky Irving's one of my guys. Sean Tucker looks like he's ready to be one of those guys too. I don't know what Rachaad White's contract situation looks like, but might keep an eye on it in the future just because he might be on the way out. Oh! And one of the Ravens defenders on the ground clearly looking for a push-off, and Marlon lays the hammer. Like you saw him coming on this play. He's coming on the crosser, and just good hit. Oh, ball looks like it might have got hit at the line of scrimmage. Hits Godwin's hands, though. Godwin just gets a drop, and Marlon lays a hammer. 3rd and 8. Baker 5 of 5 on 3rd downs tonight. 67 yards. And we've got a false start on the Bucs. Let's go. Ojabo pointing towards the Bucs side. It's just simple as the raffle. Whenever I end the raffle, it'll pick a winner and distribute the 10,000 loyalty points. Simple as that. It's continuing from the other night. And that is the correct call. The right tackle definitely early and jumped on that one. 3rd and 13 now. So 3rd and long. That's going to be a rough one. Strong right here. Let's see if Mayfield's going to go there. He does. And intercepted by Marlon again. Nate and Marlon fighting for the ball in the air. 3 Ravens defenders in the area. And interception. That's Marlon's 2nd of the night. 3 in 2 games. And he's a little hurt after the play, though. Probably got more hurt colliding with his own teammate. And he just, Marlon's doing that deep drop on the corner. I don't know if Baker ever really saw it. He's kind of staring this down a little bit. And Marlon and Nate are both there. And great job by Marlon to make sure that doesn't touch the ground and roll over and protect it. And hopefully Marlon is okay. And my gosh, Marlon is having a day. Is this all because Baker feels some type of way? For those that don't know, there's a whole story. Like Mark Andrews cannot separate like football and friendship. So even though like Mark Andrews was Baker Mayfield's best man at his wedding and all this stuff, he doesn't talk to Baker at all during the season, especially like when he's got to play him and stuff like that. I can kind of understand where Mark's coming from on that one, though. Like, when the football season is in full swing, like, I got to have, like, a different mindset. Like, as Ray Lewis once said, we gladiators out here, you know? So you got to come out there with that gladiator mindset. It's me versus him. I was actually funny. I was having like this conversation with my girlfriend a little bit the other day, like talking about like, like fighting and football and stuff like that, like fighting for money. And I was like, you gotta like have this mindset. That man on the other side of the line from you, on the opposite side of the octagon, he's trying to take food out your baby's mouth. He wants your woman to starve. He wants you to starve. He ain't looking out for you. He don't want nothing good for you. And are you going to let any man come and take food out your baby's mouth? Every man going to say hell no. You just got to like have that mental imagery that like just got you over there in a corner like snarling like a goddamn animal ready to fight somebody, you know what I'm saying? Come out there calm but angry, you know? And that's the key. Calm but angry. Azo said, speaking of which, how do you feel about the Gladiator sequel? Actually, I didn't actually see anything about that, Azo. I'll have to look into that. I'm down for it. I like those style of movies. Wonder if they'll have some good choreography. Too bad I'm not ripped enough to be featured. 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. That's Hill, and patient running going to net him a gain of maybe about 3 or 4 on the play. And real quick, guys, I'm going to go refill my beverage real quick. I will be right back. Give me one moment. I will. Oh, hold on. Actually, I'm going to wait until after this play. I'm so sorry. I'm going to miss some plays too. And there's Lamar, like we talked about, making an adjustment at the line of scrimmage. Hey, I don't know what he said. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Lamar makes a man miss, makes a second man miss, and tackled. Only a gain of 2 on the play. So 3rd and, what is that? 5. Wow, Baltimore's win probability skyrocketing on ESPN right now. Azo said, I feel like it's a good way to make one of the greatest movies of all time and staining it. You're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. It could be really bad. And that's the 2-minute warning. With that, I'm going to go grab the beverage as they get ready for this final 2 minutes. Do they have a trailer out, Azo, for the Gladiator 2 movie yet? Oh, man. All my muscles hurt. Everything hurts. Yeah, and like I've been in like a 1,400 calorie deficit for weeks. My plan is to on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, the days I'm not working out and I'm like, relaxing more, I'm going to try to eat heavier on those days because just the days that I'm working out, I find it hard to especially get that second meal in for the day. And of course, I could go heavy on the 1st and 3rd, but it just. So I think what I'm going to do is like those 3 days of the week go a little lighter, but then so I'm going to look at it more as a total for the week than, or like every 3 days, something like that, break it down. And 3rd and 5 after the 2-minute warning, ball on the 45-yard line of the Ravens, likely the man in motion here, pointing out a man might be a potential blitzer. And Lamar goes to likely, and he's got the first down at the 49-yard line of the Bucs. Azo said, I wish I could give you my calories. Dude, it's rough, man, like trying to eat all that food. Like I was, I have a sheet out there in the kitchen where I was doing the math, like, we have to see here. And Lamar buying time. Got him, man. Oh! Threw a little high for Aguilar, unfortunate. And clock going to stop with 1:30. Like, I think I was like, my 2 blueberry waffles usually have and Marlins going to the locker room. but it's like 160. 3 sausage links is like another like 120 to 180. My thing OJ's 50 calories. I can get like 300 plus if from a chocolate milk glass of chocolate milk with 2 cups of chocolate milk with syrup. A bowl of cereal is like another 2 or 300 calories. Like to get to that 1150 number, every meal is so hard. And extra man on the rush and Bateman, and we got a flag on the play. Steve-O says, you probably don't count Crown and Coke calories. You know what's funny is I don't. And we've got a roughing the passer against 52 of the Buccaneers, and that's going to be a first down for the Ravens. Hopefully it wasn't a bad hit. Let's see. And I mean, that is Crown in the helmet. That's a correct call. And it looks like Lamar. Yeah, that definitely hurt. Ooh, yeah. He took his helmet straight into Lamar. That's the correct call. He won't feel that one tomorrow. Ball now on the 27-yard line of the Buccaneers. Ravens just outside the red zone here. First down would put him in there. And Lamar, good pocket, going deep over the middle. Wide open, Mark Andrews. And he's tackled at the 8-yard line. First and goal for the Ravens. And Lamar telling everyone, huddle up. So like they're saying, so Ravens run double verticals on the left side out of the twins stack. Mark Andrews is just going to be on this crosser after the clear out. And oh my God, yeah, that's just like a little in route, basically, like soft in. I don't even know. It's a crosser, but it's such a soft crosser, probably because he's reading probably the depth of the linebackers and just getting behind them, essentially, which is what you do when you read your zones. And run going left, Justice Hill, and we've got 2 flags on the play. I'm guessing it's going to be a holding against the Ravens. And actually might be against the Titans. Nope, it's against Ronnie Stanley. Back him up 10 yards. Let's watch. Is this a hold? Yeah, that's a hold. Yeah, that's a hold. Doesn't matter if it's inside the shoulders or not. If you grab onto the uniform, drag them back, and alter their path to where they're trying to go, it's a hold. That is the correct call as much as it hurts. Derrick Henry, 12 snaps, 4 rushes for 23 yards. Hasn't done much tonight against this 28th ranked. Going deep down the right sideline. Oh, looking for Likely on the play and dangerous throw. And like they're saying, the red zone's the difference. Baltimore's 2-2 for touchdowns. Right now, Tampa's 0-2 for touchdowns, having 1 field goal and 1 interception in the red zone. Oh my God, I don't know if y'all could hear my neck crack. That felt so good. Likely moving to inline position on the left side of the Ravens formation. Lamar going to hand it off to Justice Hill, and they're going to gain some yards back, and we've got another flag on the play here. Let's see what the call is. Offense number 65. Another holding, this time on Patrick McCary, and we've got a player down. That's Smith, Tyke Smith. I think that's the defensive back out of Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's the safety, Tyke Smith. My apologies. Yeah, he actually played a lot of good box. Oh, these holding calls killing us, man. Second and goal. It's probably like about to be 20 yards, second and goal. And they're taking an injury timeout here with 26 seconds left in the game. Oh, gosh. I am exhausted. Oh, what's this? We got a new, what is this? Call of Duty. Black Ops 6, October 25th. I hate to be this person. I'm not excited. I gave up on Call of Duty years ago like I gave up on Madden years ago. The only football game I'm trying to play is college football. God, I wish I could play college football. I got to see if I can do it on the cloud. It's kind of funny, actually. I was having this, we're going to talk a little bit about gaming future. So this guy was talking about how Xbox console sales are down and this and that, and how PlayStation's just beating them because of this and that. And I was like, you understand though, like Xbox is slowly transitioning and getting out of the console game. What Xbox wants to do, for better or for worse for gaming, that's a whole different argument, is they want to move to cloud gaming. So like currently right now, there is cloud gaming via Xbox Ultimate. So they want to move away from the consoles and really focus on their subscription, because their subscriptions are where they're really getting their good revenue. Instead of getting that lump sum, but they also had to invest a bunch and do factories and all this stuff, they could just set up, and this is why they bought all the gaming studios as well. So case in point, on Xbox Ultimate right now, even if you don't have an Xbox X or S, you can actually play those games via cloud gaming. So actually, Xbox is looking to do a deal, I think, with Amazon Fire Stick. So essentially, you will have an Xbox app on your like Roku TV or Amazon Fire Stick that will then allow you to access the Xbox Cloud Gaming and PC or Xbox Game Pass, which then you can play games through cloud gaming. So you won't even have to buy a next-gen console that costs $500. You can just buy an Amazon Fire Stick and have your monthly subscription. It's genius, to be honest with you. Absolutely genius. Microsoft is 3 steps ahead. And screen going right, Justice Hill got some space, and we have another flag down. Oh my God, is this about to be another holding call on the screen? Harbaugh's just got his head down and like... Offensive pass interference. Back him up more against Isaiah Likely. I mean, he made contact a little early, I guess, but Azo said, I used it. My Samsung TV has the option. The latency is so, and that's what I would expect, honestly, because the servers you would need to run that at such that level would be astronomical. That's all I can, say. So Baltimore can't afford to go backwards too much more, or they'll be out of field goal range at this point. They're back now at the 38-yard line in a 2nd and goal. And another screen to Justice Hill. And Hill got some more yards. No flags, guys. We can celebrate. There's no flags on the field. I'm not going to lie, though. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, damn, I could play college football. I wish I could stream it, though. So, like, a lot of the games on my PC, I can't stream anymore because they're already so taxing on my PC. And Xbox doesn't have good streaming to YouTube yet. I think they have a good Twitch app so you can stream possibly to Twitch, but it's just, I would love to be able to do some more game streaming, to be honest with you, just to fill channel time and hit a different subscription base as well. Bring my football and my gaming buddies together. All right, 3rd and goal. Ball on the 30-yard line. This is a 30-yard 3rd and goal. That's wild. Zay, good to see back in the game, motioning here to a stack formation. And over the middle, that's Aguilar, and he's tackled at the 10. So it's going to be a 4th and goal at the 10. So at least it's a chip shot now. And Baltimore going to take a timeout with 7 seconds. Baltimore could have time to take one shot, potentially. I think Lamar wants to be honest with you. Azo said, problem for Microsoft is that most people who would play those games would own a PC or console anyway. You're not wrong. But they're putting out a lot of different games. Like case in point, the Harry Potter games, those people probably aren't hardcore PC gamers. But I guarantee you there are probably a lot of them that would do it via cloud gaming. You know what I'm saying? Certain games for certain markets. And Tucker out here, 28-yard attempt. Easy money. Easy money. And just like that, it's a 7-point game with 4 seconds. That's good stuff. Baltimore going to go into halftime with a lead. So Tyke Smith, the defensive back from Georgia, the rookie, being evaluated for a concussion, questionable to return to the game. That would be really bad for the Bucs. He's played actually really well this season for him, according to the commentators. Of course, we're looking to see some Bateman. Bateman has 8 catches for 129 yards in the 2 games. Of course, we've talked about it a little bit on some of the other streams. Bateman's been having some of the best separation scores in the NFL. Azo said, yeah, but a game with Hogwarts Legacy would play like ass. And exactly, it would. They've got to figure something out. I think that's why they're trying to do a deal with Amazon Fire Stick. I think they're trying to like work some deal probably with like, my guess is going to be the next gen of Fire Stick will be some collab with Microsoft where it has like exclusive agreement with them to help like boost something related to the cloud gaming. But of course, I could be dead wrong. You know, what do I know? I mean, like I said, good 11 to 16. Baker, though, the 2 interceptions, if you take that away, both quarterbacks have played well, but those interceptions have been killers, especially in the red zone for the Bucs. And Baker just going to take a knee here to end the half. How is the other game going? It's still 0-0, and the second quarter has started in that Arizona LA game. That was one of the definitely the worst games this week, it looked like. Let's see here. They're talking to John Harbaugh. Of course, Baltimore starts the second half with the ball. And like Harbaugh saying, got to clean up the penalties. Baltimore 17 straight points scored after trailing 10-0. That's exactly what you want. And like John Harbaugh saying, would love to stop them before they get down to the red zone. Excuse me. They really got to, 1, clean up the penalties, but 2, that was interesting. Falele was about to walk around the right side of the pillar, and then he stopped and made sure to go around the left side. That was like super weird. Wonder if it was like a superstition thing. I wonder how the tape's going to look against Vita Vea against Tyler Linderbaum after this. Of course, Lamar didn't want to talk about it too much, but 22-1 against NFC teams, looking to expand that record and make it a very historic number. But like he talked about, he's like, I don't want to jinx him, man. I totally get him on that. This is the All-State halftime. Are you protected like All-State? And like they're saying, I'm surprised they haven't ran the ball a little bit more. And I agree. Baltimore's got to come out in the second half and get that running game going a little more. Screen game's looking pretty good. I'm liking a lot of the things I see, but they are selling out and blitzing like crazy, which is probably why the run game's struggling, which is why you got to go to these screens and, something else to really buy time. Oh, ES coming in with another good name. For those that don't know, we posed a question earlier, and we said, if Baltimore was to get an NBA team, what would you name the Baltimore NBA team? So we've been going like back and forth a little bit. ES's new recommendation, the Baltimore Brigade. Azo says, to be honest, I don't think Microsoft is going to pull out of the console scene. However, I have read that they consider licensing out the Xbox itself, kind of like how Steam does the Steam machine. Interesting. That would be very interesting. It's very unlike Microsoft to do something like that, though, because Microsoft's very like in-house, likes to have control of things. But that's why I said they know like they kind of want to get out of the console game, I feel like. But it's just when can they really afford to do it? Sometimes it's just like a limitation of technology at the time. We're waiting for the next like level of microchips and stuff like that. Like I know I had the first Oculus, and dude, oh my god, it was so bad. The second Oculus got a pretty big upgrade over the first Oculus on like certain things, especially like with eyes. Larry says Vikings were up 10-0 before giving up 4 straight. I mean, that's kind of what's going on with Tampa. They just said Tampa was up 10-0 to start this game, and then technically Baltimore has now gone 17 points unanswered at this point. The Baltimore Krabby Patties. We're in a partnership with Wendy's right now for a temporary name licensing. And see, Larry, I was like, yeah, the Baltimore like crabs or something, bay crabs, bay sharks. What else did ES had a good one earlier. I can't remember what it was, to be honest with you. But we were talking about it because I think NBA season starts tomorrow, or tip-offs tomorrow for the NBA season. So just one of those ones. I would love if Baltimore had a team. And like, can you imagine like the M&T Bank Stadium with Camden Yards, and then like building another like arena right there, so it's like a trifecta almost in a sense. And then for the fourth thing, you expand the parking, so you can like still somehow like share parking or something, but it's just way more. So even if there is like together, that Baltimore buffet, old boy says that Baltimore murder. That's just the Raven flock, my boy. That's just the Raven flock. Welcome in. Oh, what did Pterodon said earlier, the Baltimore Bullets. That one made me laugh a little bit, to be honest with you. And we've got 7 minutes and 50 seconds to buy till halftime comes back. We've got quite a bit of space filling. They're sitting down with Steph Curry. Do you know it's bad when they don't have anything to talk about football? So they are space filling NFL time with talking to Steph Curry right now, who of course opens up the season tomorrow or Wednesday at the Trailblazers. So. But I wish Baltimore had a team, the Ray Lewis. I can't get, like we talked about earlier, I can't get behind the Wizards. They've just been a bad organization, a lot like the Commanders were for a long time, and just, I can't get behind it. I do play, whenever I do play like 2K or something like that, usually my team is the Wizards. I like the Denver Nuggets, because I used to live in Colorado, but at the same time, a lot of times when I'm playing like 2K, I don't like to pick the good team. I like to pick the bad team, and like, man, just now even talking about it makes me want to play 2K. I might go download 2K tonight, to be 100% honest with y'all. I might be doing what I'm doing after this game. Shit, if I had a moment, I'd probably walk away right now and start the 2K download on my Xbox. Baltimore. That's funny, actually. That's a good one, too. Yeah, there's like... Man, what was the one I thought of earlier I thought was kind of good? It was the Baltimore... Oh, I think I was thinking the Stallions, because, of course, we used to be called the Colts, and, of course, we have Pimlico Racetrack. So I was thinking of, like, horse racing in a sense, and, like, how it used to be a big thing. Maybe that's the thing. You build the arena somewhere out there towards Pimlico. It brings a lot of jobs to the area, revitalizes the area, give Pimlico Racetrack a little bit of facelift maybe as well in the same breath. I've been to Pimlico Racetrack. I went to a festival out there called Moonrise Festival. It was definitely an experience. Azo said if Baltimore had an NBA team, I'd come back to... And that's what I'm saying. If Baltimore had an NBA team, I would watch and support Baltimore's team. I really would. But I also understand we're already a small market team. We already struggle with that, like in coverage wise on the national level because Baltimore is such a small market team. The Orioles, owner wise, ticket wise, everything wise, we know we struggle because of that. The Baltimore glue factory. If they don't do good at Pimlico, we send them on over to the. That's dirty. That's dirty. But man, that would be another good one. Apparently, there's Peregrine Falcons in Baltimore, but there's so many teams called the Falcons, you can't do that. I would say Bay Sharks, but there's probably not a lot of sharks in the Bay. And then also, you don't want to like give a bad like a bad imagery name to the Chesapeake Bay. You know what I'm saying? Scare people of the Chesapeake Bay. I know the name I would like to call them. I hope they're bad boys, and I can call them the Baltimore Bullies. But man, I really want to play some NBA now so bad. I did like playing online, but every time I played online with the servers, I always had such bad lag issues. Probably because I'm on an old gen console, like a day one Xbox One. And yeah, Baltimore Bayhawks might not be a bad name for it. I had that one in my head, but I wasn't sure if it was like still close to the Orioles. The Stallions were the Baltimore CFL name. See, I mean, like, so it kind of like fits a little bit. Like, they probably put it up to a vote. Let the Baltimore people vote on it. So, I guess that's my sign. If I ever make it as like a millionaire or billionaire, like my biofuel cell takes off and all that kind of good stuff, and I'm running multiple businesses, and I have the money to buy a team. First of all, I would love to make enough money to be able to buy out Steve Biscotti and be the next owner of the Baltimore Ravens, but that would take a lot of money, and it's not like I dislike him as owner. I really like Steve Biscotti as an owner, to be honest with you. But that would be so cool to like be able to make enough money to be able to buy or like the Baltimore mitochondria. A's saying, man, why buck the trend? Orioles, Ravens, Hawks. I mean, it's the bird city. It's the city of birds. You're not wrong on that, Azo, though. Probably is the way to go. All right, so we're gonna get the stream so famous that we'll make enough money that we'll crowdfund enough money to build and found the Baltimore Bayhawks, and we'll start our NBA franchise. Oh, it looks like Los Angeles Chargers finally scored. They're up 3-0, and they're halfway through the second quarter. But Arizona down in the red zone on the 10-yard line. So they're in a 2nd and 2, first down to be a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal. But Izzo, you are right. Why buck the trend, man? Your boy's wild, though. I'm trying to build biofuel cells out of mitochondria. I'm trying to increase the efficacy of autoimmune cancer therapy using artificial, instead of T cells, use artificial progenitor cells that exist inside the bone marrow and take advantage of certain things like that, or at least, like I said, advance it. It's the first step in personalized medicine. The first step is increasing the efficacy and the acceptance rate of those T cells, essentially. The second part is then, of course, the cost of personalized medicine. Bro, I got a folder that has an idea about redesigning the toilet, which, of course, is actually my concept is starting to actually gain some ground. I actually saw a video of some guy like discussing like a possibility because of a new chemical, and CJ says Baltimore can, and that's what I'm saying, CJ. We're already a small market kind of place. It would already be so hard, The only way it would succeed is if Baltimore came out like in their first year and won the NBA title. And then maybe it would help all Baltimore area. But my thing is, if I ran a team like that, I would like to be able to run it to not make a ton of profit, but like make it really affordable so that people could come, enjoy, and have a family experience. And it's getting harder and harder to find those things to be able to go do with like family or kids and have like a good, fun experience. And I like what like Atlanta has done. Atlanta has lowered their concession prices, and like what you can get for $20 at the Atlanta Stadium is unheard of. And Baltimore going to start the second half with the football. We're going to see a return here from Hill. Going down the right sideline, got some space, 35-40, and out of bounds at what looks like the 43-yard line. Great return by Justice Hill on that play. Oh, I hear DJ Mustard in the background. I bet you're trying to strike a chord, and I bet it's a minor. They not like us. They not. Anyone else excited for the halftime show? I know I am. All right, Baltimore getting started here. 4 wide look. And a little bit of play action. Oh, ball and hit. I'm sorry. Jackson still going. He ducked out of a blitz, able to get away from it, and runs for a few yards. And we've got a late flag on the play. And he's laughing and having a comment with someone. Was that Vita V? Let's see here. Yeah, and Linderbaum looks like they had like a little pulling action, and Linderbaum pulls, and Vita just runs right up, and Lamar takes a shot to helmet by number 94. And that's going to be a personal foul. Oh, it's a personal foul, low block on the offense. CJ says Bayhawks was the name of our lacrosse team. I think Bayhawks is one of the names of the teams you can choose, like if you relocate a team in NFL. Oh, it's actually on Winfield going on Henry. And yeah, that's a horrible low shot on Henry, bro. Dirty shot. Dirty shot on Henry. Ooh. That helmet to helmet, though. Caney hitting Lamar. CJ says, I think NBA and NHL tickets are more than twice. That's wild. It's also probably because it's a smaller venue, so they have less people to make the profit from. Jackson escaping here off the left side, buying time, gets the ball off, and Andrews, they're saying catch. Let's go. That's a gain of 8 yards. Lamar making people look silly this game. Let's see if it's a catch. Andrews, great catch. Toes. Oh, look at that toe tap. That's a great catch by Andrews. Boop. Oh, that's da-na-na, da-na-na. That catch by Andrews. 2nd and 2. 13:50 on the clock here. Wallace, the man in motion, seeing a lot of action, and Lamar breaking down and batted down as he's trying to set up a screen, I think, to Likely, and falls thankfully harmless to the ground. And we've got another flag. And we've got probably an eligible man downfield. And it is on Linderbaum. Azo said, I would also come back to NHL if we had a team. I like the Capitals, but it just isn't. And I agree on that, man. I agree on that. Like, I kind of do like hockey. I acknowledge how hard hockey and how physical hockey is. Any hockey fan, when they'll be like, yo, hockey's like more physical. I'm like, I mean, I'm not going to say it is, but at the same time, it's like right there. Like it's 1A, 1B for me. Hockey, they hit hard. And when you're on ice and skates, you can get going. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can understand it, but I feel that hockey, they sometimes protect them. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of hockey. Oh, high snap, Lamar. He's going to recover and throws it out of bounds. That's going to be intentional grounding probably. Lamar should have chucked it downfield earlier. Yeah, that's a bad play by Lamar. Bad choice, I should say. So they're saying Lamar was down before he tossed the ball. So that's going to be a big sack. So snapped as the ball comes through, hits Zay on the shoulder, which then it goes over Lamar's head. Unfortunate timing on the play. And yep, Lamar is down before he throws that ball away. That is the correct call. Actually kind of works to, I feel like, Baltimore's benefit. I guess it's about the same result. Really doesn't matter. Seriously, Larry says hockey is the best in person. Oh yeah, I've seen. There's like having hockey close level. I don't know. NBA like having close seats is really cool too. And Hill with a big catch down the right side takes an outlet pass and ends up taking it like 16 yards or so, and puts Justin Tucker in field goal range. But like in NBA, there's not action at the midcourt as much. While hockey, there's action everywhere. So I would agree with you on that, Larry. Being like right up at the ice, basically at a hockey game, has got to be the best seats in all sports. I will give you that, Larry. That is a good and fair argument, in my opinion. 52-yard attempt here for Justin Tucker from the right hash mark. He's looking to get set here from 50. Good hold and great kick. It is good. Probably had a few more yards on it and right down the middle. And just like that, Tucker has extended Baltimore's lead to a 2-score game. 10 points. Azo said, yeah, I think that what makes hockey more dangerous is that violence is actually allowed to an extent. And that's what I kind of like hockey instead. You have a dirty play. I share that mindset with coaches where they're like, nope, take the starters out, put all the backups in who are just here to fight. I'm going out there and throwing some hands. And like I grew respect for hockey because I remember, I think it was the Capitals for Ovechkin, I think, when they had him. They had a guy on the roster whose only job was basically to protect Alexander Ovechkin. If anyone went after Ovechkin, they sent him out there to go start a fight. And to a certain degree, I can respect the shit out of that. Like, I really can. Like, so I give, what's kind of funny is there's actually some hockey teams near me. And when I first started my job search here in Florida, one of the jobs that I came across that I was like, you know what? I'll apply for it. Why not? There was a job down at the Hertz Arena. There's a hockey team. I don't know if they're pro or like what, but they were looking for a play calling announcer, someone just to sit there and call the games like podcast style in their booth. And I was like, you know what? I mean, I'm already calling football games. I would have to learn hockey a little bit, but it really, I hate to be this person. It's not too hard to learn a sport to a certain degree. And, you know, at that point, you know the league you're in, so you can do the research on the teams. And never got a call, sadly. Never got a call. Oh, let's go check out how the fantasy football team's doing. Oh, they're showing one of the announcers out there who is jet skiing here in Tampa. 55-year-old man, jet skiing is so much fun. I've only been able to go to one time because won tickets on a radio show. That's the only reason I've ever been able to go jet skiing, and I had so much fun, but I was also terrified at the same time because I got launched off the jet ski a quarter mile off the coast where we and my brother used to go shark fishing. So I'm like, we used to pull up like 5-foot sharks off the coast. We're a quarter mile off the coast now. Oh yeah, when I got thrown off that thing, I never swam so damn hard in my entire life, to be honest with you. Me and my boy, we were out there. I had 2 tickets. I took my boy with me, and we were going in circles, like building up wakes to then time it and like launch off each other's wakes. And I was airborne, and I turned the wheel. So when I landed, it just like 90-degree turn the moment I landed, and it just launched me like a stone across water. And pass going right side, and they're saying out of bounds on the catch. And no Marlon Humphrey. He is out for the game with a knee injury. That's definitely a hurt. But with Mike Evans out, at least it like evens out in a sense for the game. And of course, Tyke Smith out with a concussion now officially. That's definitely going to hurt the Bucs a little bit. Excuse me, I'm burping. 1st and 10, handoff going left. And decent run this time, gain of maybe 6 yards on the play. And I mean, Tampa, you got to give them, they are not giving up on this run, and they are going after it. And of course, Ravens come in this game with the #1 run defense. A little bit has been that the Ravens have been so far ahead that teams give up on the run sometimes. But Travis Jones and Beak usually get the job done. But this O-line is stout, especially on the left side. It looks like a lot of the runs are going to the left side of the Bucs offensive line. Might be targeting a little bit of Kyle Van Noy on that side, running-wise, as they run another one that way for a 1st down. Gain of 5 on the play. 11:05 left on the clock. Seriously, says, we're going to need a bigger jet ski. Yeah, I got launched, and I literally, like I said, y'all ever skipped a stone on water before? As a 230-pound man, I literally went tot, 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 boom, and into the water. I skidded across the top of the water, which when my senses collected and I realized that happened and I was staring at my jet ski like 20 feet away in the open ocean, it hit me that, holy shit, I probably just alerted every fucking predator within like 10 miles of me. You know, and of course my first thought was, holy shit, do I have any cuts on my leg? Oh my God, I hope I'm not bleeding. And like I said, I swam so hard for that jet ski. And the hardest part was when you get back to the jet ski, pulling yourself up onto the jet ski. And I was already so dog-ass tired from like swimming to the jet ski. I barely had the strength to pull myself up. Like, meanwhile, the jet ski instructor doing all kinds like trips, like dipping his jet ski under the water and doing backflips and shit. Like, 9:45. Draw play here, running up the middle lane. Again, a solid gain as the Tampa Bay refuses to abandon this run game. Gotta respect it. They're making good yards. Why would you, right? Don't let the stats get away in the game and interfere with the game plan. It is windy, man. You can see all the sideline. The wind is picking up. Everyone's jackets are ruffling. Might have something to do with the kicking game and passing game a little bit. Baker, shotgun set. Pressured, having to escape the pocket, and he's going to take a pretty decent hit from Roquan and someone else. I think Beak, I believe, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Not much on the gain. And like they're saying there, he wanted to throw to Godwin on that out route on the left side, but just, didn't time up. He got pressured probably a little too quickly from the interior, and this is going to be a 55-yard attempt from McLaughlin. Into the wind. Oh my God. Hit the right pole and no good. Had the distance, but pulled right at the last minute. And with that, Baltimore is going to get a pretty short field here. Let's see. My first team doing pretty good. Predicted to win, but how is my real team doing? I've got one team that I took over after I kicked someone from the league because they drafted 3 kickers, 3 tight ends, and then never set their lineup for the first week or two. But my opponent has Breece Hall, who went off for 27 points. And they also have Derrick Henry, who's predicted to get a lot more points, but only has 2.3. I'm currently losing 139 to 143, predicted to lose 150 to 152. So it is a really, really close game right now. He's got Mike Evans, who's out of the game, and Derrick Henry. I've got J.K. Dobbins, who's playing for the Chargers, so I need Dobbins to get some big plays. course, I've got the Ravens defense and Tampa Bay's kicker. That miss is actually, thankfully, the miss doesn't hurt me. I believe I only think I took deductions on misses from like under 39 yards is how I set up my league. Larry says, if not for penalty yards, Vikings were going to let Riker try 60. Oh, they were going to let him go for the record. Because isn't the record Tucker 66? Or is Tucker got 67? I really wish they would have. And pardon me, I'm going to be right back, guys. I think I heard my girlfriend's home, and I just want to go say hello. My apologies, guys. I was just talking to the girlfriend a little bit. Oh my God, we have another penalty against McCarron. I come back and we get penalized again. Larry says an illegal formation on the spike play pushed it to 72. Record is and that's what I was saying. The record is 66, held by Justin Tucker currently. So that's so unfortunate, Larry. Excuse me. I would have gone out there and been like, see, now here's my question, Larry, to you. After that happened, did they try to get a false start? So if that happened to me as a coach, my next play is to basically go out there and not snap. If I'm already out of field goal range and I'm going to punt, what's another 5 yards? Take a false or a delay of game. Lamar going deep. Super Bateman wide open. And Bateman with the touchdown. Talk about separation. He had like 10 yards there. Oh my God. And we talked about it a little bit. Bateman has, gosh, I'm sorry, I lost my stat line here. 8 catches and 129 yards in the past 2 games. This one from the 50-yard line. This just a corner, maybe a go, basically, and just outruns McClellan, basically. And that was great route running by Rashad Bateman to create the separation. And with that now, Baltimore now up 27-10. That's 27 unanswered points at this point. That is absolutely wild. I wonder if some people going to start heading to the parking, if you feel me. Halfway through the third quarter, Ravens now have a 17-point lead. And this is the Ravens that we were expecting to see. They needed time to gel and get used to each other. We talked about it a lot on some of the other like Raven content streams. Like Coach, we were like, hey man, we had a warm-up game with no preseason snaps against the Kansas City Chiefs. I know it sucks to lose. I know there was a lot of issues, but it was just that. It was the first snaps of the season together for the starters in a real game, so got to take it for that. And of course, we're going to make sure to go ahead and close the betting. With halfway through the third quarter, it's definitely a good time. There are currently no bets on the Bucs. There are 4 bets on the Ravens for a total loyalty pot of 220,000 loyalty points in the pot right now. And again, welcome in Cade Lade. Cade is one of our only 2 members here on the channel. That's why you see that picture beside his name. Cade has been a member so long on the channel, but that his egg has evolved and hatched into a Raven, and that Raven has then, of course, joined the flock officially. So if you look closely, I'm trying to do a better job of the pictures, Cade. I'm going to work on it. That picture, though, besides Cade's name, is a flock of Ravens. It's 3 Ravens all together standing strong. But Cade says, yeah, but they can't get let off the gas. They have to. That's what I'm saying. I want to put up 40 points. I want to put up 40 every game. Every game. I want to come in her like Urban Meyer expectations. I want to throw for 250 and run for 250 and put up 40 points every goddamn game. You feel me? Shoot, let me tell you here, one boy. Where I come from in the South, let me tell you. And let's watch the throw here again. Lamar, shotgun set, strong left. Bateman, the sole guy right. And this is like a corner go. And just the head movement, the little movement, the positioning. Bateman just runs that route free and creates the separation through speed and route running. Yep. Currently, Cade is just UNAs though, man. Y'all my only 2 members. Y'all the OGs. Y'all the one, like, if I ever hit that break, go and become like a millionaire, if I hit the Powerball, I gotta I'll be paying some guy to come find y'all. Be like, yeah, there's a certain guy, my employer, would like to give you a donation, a charitable donation, if you would. I talk about it all the time, man. If I ever hit the Powerball or some shit like that, like case in point, I joke, whoever the gas station or whoever sells me that Powerball ticket, I know they get a cut from the Powerball commission, but not that day we're getting a straight cool million. I want to make sure they don't have to work if they don't have to either or want to, and just continue to pass the blessings along. You know what I'm saying? And what a move here, moving across field. Wow, what a play by Irving. That looked college football-esque. Caught an out pass on the right side, tackled 20-something odd yards down on the left sideline. So, yeah, this is just a little outlet pass right, catches this on the 30 numbers on the right, and comes out of bounds 20-something yards downfield on the left sideline. That is beautiful. And he doesn't go out of bounds. He lowers the shoulder at the end of that run and delivers a contact hit. How can you not love that? Legitimately, that's you all love to Bucky on that run. And run going left this time and nothing. That he might have lost some yards on the run. Maybe even lost 3. Cade coming in, gambling hard, bro. You got to love it. 2nd and 12. Baker looking right. Oh, off his man's hands. Great coverage by Wiggins on the play. And like I said, Wiggins was ready to intercept that. Palmer actually just smacking the ball away. And gotta love, Palmer could have tried to make a diving catch himself, but only able, I guess, get that one hand. So that's actually probably the good call. Wiggins, and that's what I'm saying. Baltimore's corners allowing the least amount of separation in the NFL, despite what the coverage grade says, despite what the passing yards against them say. They are good secondary. And Owe pressuring, got him! Let's go! Owe! Owe! Let's go! Odafe Owe with the sack here. They overload the right side. Owe gets a good dip move there on the right side and able to come through and finish Baker from behind. That sounded dirty. Don't take that out of context, anybody. And, Todd Bowles. Ooh, rightfully so. Cade says, I can't use the chat. My brain is fried. I feel you, my boy. I'm starving. My girlfriend came home, so we didn't know. Oh, we got a flag on this punt. Let's see what it is. Fair catch called for by the Ravens at the 7. So my girlfriend, our dinner plans for tonight, I told her, I'm not sure. Just grab something. If you get off early enough, grab something on the way home. Whatever you want, I'll figure it out, make it after the game. If not, I can always figure out something. What we got. We've got plenty of staples like pasta and rice and, things like that. We can make a dinner somehow. She came home something I've never had before. We're having tacos tonight, which I'm excited for tacos. I'm very excited for tacos. Also, romaine lettuce was buy one, get one on a BOGO, so she got extra romaine lettuce. So your boy's going to have some extra salads this week. I'm excited about the salads. I like a good Caesar salad, French, raspberry vinaigrette. I like a good salad. But she got ground chicken because they were getting ready to take all the meat and stuff back in for the night because they were pretty close to close. I have never cooked in my life ground chicken before. I am not sure how this is going to go, but it'll be like that. God, I want to see this movie. I don't even know if I saw the last Venom movie, to be honest with you. I'm excited about it. It's Thursday. Oh, my God. Can we talk about the real travesty, guys? The real travesty going on right now? One Piece is going on a 6-month hiatus. There's probably not a lot of people in my chat that are watching One Piece right now. For those that don't know, man, I fit into every genre, man. I listen to every type of music. I play games. I like anime. I'm a big sports dude. I love playing sports. I don't watch basketball, hockey, really any other sport other than football. But I love playing all those sports. All right. This might surprise you. All right? Hear me out. But I might not look like it. But I used to go with the same dude I tell y'all about, my football buddy who I thought actually had pro level talent and, drugs and kind of crime derailed his life a little bit. Me and him used to go down to the Myrtle Beach courts. These are courts downtown in the middle of the city, just a bare rim style place where you play up next to the highway. But, people would gather there at night and play street basketball style games. Me and my boy used to go down there and play some street basketball from 9 p.m. to midnight down at the street courts in Myrtle Beach. Your boy's not an offensive threat. I am absolutely garbage on offense. I've got a decent jump shot, to be honest, but not a good 3-point shot. But I'll play some damn good defense. 1st and 10. Ball on the 8-yard line for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense. Henry, run left, got some space. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's off to the races. I don't think anyone's going to catch him. Oh, number 27 coming out of nowhere. That's an 81-yard run off the left side for Derrick Henry. Let's watch the replay. Ricard blows one guy. Great blocking by Charlie Kolar. Tylan Wallace running down the field too. And Henry had one man to beat, and number 27 for the Bucs with a touchdown saving tackle. Great blocking by Stanley and Kolar on the play. And I wish I had a better GIF. I got to find some better GIFs for Derrick Henry. But before the season, there weren't any other types of GIFs, essentially. Other than this Heisman one from when he was at Bama. Derrick Henry just leave you sitting there looking at the TV, but like, God damn, man, I didn't think a 30-year-old, 240-pound run back could run like that. God, that's going to kill me in fantasy football, unfortunately. 2nd and 7. It's bittersweet to watch Derrick Henry rip off a big run, and you know it's going to cost you the game in fantasy football because the guy in front of you drafted him like 2 spots ahead of you. But also, I don't blame him for drafting him 2 spots ahead of me because, like I said, I was going to draft him, so just mad respect there, honestly. ES said, what happened to my gamble play? I don't know. How many points do you have, ES? Do exclamation point points, ES. And then tell me what that... Oh, yeah, it also has a 10,000 point limit on the gamble as well. A crew of pirates. Oh, we'll get to it in a minute. Lamar, red zone. Oh, he had Mark Andrews wide over the middle. A Tampa Bay defender gets a hand on the ball. Close one. Arg. A crew of pirates and raiders check their flintlocks and sharpen their cutlasses as they disembark for Blackheart Island. The curse of Blackheart Island is real. A kraken emerged from the depths and scuttled their ship, which sent the entire crew to Davy Jones' locker. Death to the pirates! 4th and 3. Ravens are going to go for it here, it looks like. Might be looking to get them offsides. They're going for it. Lamar got a man wide open. Mark Andrews in the left corner of the end zone. 3 Ravens on that side of the field. Zone coverage, and they just take advantage of it. That was wide open. And Andrews saying, I'm back, boys. Lined up, slot left here. Let's watch it. And it might have been man coverage. He just absolutely blows by. Oh my God, that is such bad technique by the defensive back. He turns his back and spins the opposite way while also running towards the back of the end zone. And with that, Baltimore now up 34-10. What a game. Gotta say it with like Kevin Hart says, hey, say it with your chest. What? Say it with your chest. Oh. Cade says, R.I.P. Pirate Cade. Cade says, what do you think about the Cowboys-Lions game and them trolling with almost every... Dude, that was hilarious. Hey, Jerry Jones, hire me. Jerry Jones, hire me. I'll fix your team before the end of the season. We'll make some happen at the trade deadline. I got ideas. Trust me. I can make this work, Jerry Jones. You know what? That's what I should do. I should do a video. Let's fix the Cowboys. Hold on. I'm going to actually write this down because then I'm going to tag the shit out of every Cowboy player and Jerry Jones and Mike. Micah might be crazy enough to actually bring me on a podcast. I literally put that down on a sticky note because I think that's a valuable idea for the stream. Just how I do usually in the off season. I do what I call the off-season plan, where I play the GM of the Ravens and sometimes various other teams, and I do trades, free agency, restructures, cuts, everything that the GM does in the offseason to get their team ready for the season. And maybe I'll put my GM cap on and do a video about fixing the Cowboys. Yeah, the Cowboys are just playing really bad football. Just really bad football. They had changes at every coaching position. They didn't do anything in the offseason, mostly due to cap reasons. They could have done more if they would have taken care of the contracts and not tried to play hardball right off the rip. They still got more stuff they've got to do. It's rough. 2nd and 6, 2:20 here on the clock as Tampa is trying to end the run. Baltimore now has scored 34 points unanswered today. And, Nate Wiggins almost had a diving interception, but looks like he's hurt. Left pec shoulder area he's holding. And he almost had a diving interception. And the intended target, James McMillan. And this ball a little underthrown, and I don't know what happened to Nate there where he got hurt. Maybe he's had a lingering injury. He's still in the game, so he's fine. Maybe he's had a lingering issue that's just giving him some general pain. Hopefully he's okay and will recover soon. Baltimore showing pressure on this 3rd and 6. They back out of it. And pretty good pressure with the base 4. Roquan, QB spying, and stiff arm on him. And we've got a flag here. This Roquan saying, yes, he grabbed my face mask. He grabbed my face mask. Dave McNiner says, I hope the Cowboys continue to play bad. Niner, I would normally agree with you. But if I could do a video to fix the Cowboys and either get some credit and gain some popularity, as well as maybe get my foot in the door as an NFL scout or just in the NFL scene in general, and they would pay me, I hate to say it, that to advance my professional career, I'm a non-biased person. Of course, I would love to end up with the Ravens, but to get my foot in with any NFL team, it doesn't matter who gives. And I hate to be this person. I'm a very loyal guy. Probably whoever gives me my first opportunity, as long as they're not complete and total, I would probably stay there till the end of my career. My goal would be to work my way up to the GM of that team eventually. But you got to start somewhere. And Baker pressured, and he's going down. Beak with the initial pressure. Kyle Van Noy going to finish him. And they're celebrating. And that's Kyle Van Noy continuing to stack. And Beak just shooting up that gap off a stunt. Forces Baker to climb, and Kyle Van Noy makes sure to come around and finish it. Do I have the Kyle Van Noy? I don't have a Kyle Van Noy one. I got to get a Kyle Van Noy one. I didn't think I'd be using it as much, to be honest. 4th and 22 as they're getting ready to punt this ball away. Baltimore should get pretty good field position here. And great coverage. Bad punt. Wallace just going to let this bounce, though. Sadly, the bad kick kind of worked to their advantage. And down at about the 30-yard line. So Baltimore going to have a 70-yard field to go here. Let's see if Derrick Henry adds some more yards. I think Derrick's a little mad after that dirty low shot that they called the penalty on him, where someone hit Derrick Henry low. Oh, my God, the dual function worked. Cade Lane dueled David McNiner. And David McNiner with the quick parry. Takes Cade down, laid down. Feels good, man. Won the 10,000 points. The dual function hasn't been working, and I was playing with Streamlabs trying to reset some of those commands. So I'm guessing the reset of the command worked. That's good to see. Of course, Ravens have scored on 6 straight drives, 34 unanswered points. Run going to the right side here, and not much that time. Maybe even a loss of about a half yard. David McNiner's trying to get a heist going. You can join by doing !heist, 1 space, and a point value between, I think it's like 10 and 10,000. Streamlabs bot should tell you if you join. Cade says, I'm a BYU fan, so I'm glad to see Van Noy doing well. I'm glad to see my Cougar. That's good for you, man. I'm glad they're doing. So you used to really like, I guess, when Dennis Pitta was on the team, right? 2nd and 10. Handoff. Oh, no, Lamar's going to keep it. Running left this time, and able to get a couple extra yards, and we've got a flag on this play. This might be holding on the Ravens. Cade's joined the hunt. I've joined the hunt. ES has joined the hunt. And this is holding against the Ravens. And yeah, I saw that on the outside. That was an easy read. And that's a great call. That's a great call. Can't be angry with it. I'm excited for these next games, honestly. Man. So we've got Cleveland, Denver, and Pittsburgh in the next 3. It's just wild, man. Absolutely wild. I've got to start thinking about my interview for and that's the end of the 3rd quarter, by the way. I've got to start thinking about if I do a preview show for the Broncos Ravens game. I've got to really put some thought into this interview. I shouldn't say just him. I've got to do that with Locked On Chargers. I've got to do it with a Giants content creator, which is Breaking Tackles podcast, and then 713 Sports as well for the Houston game, which is on Christmas. That's a big game. So a crew of Oh, don't mind me of losing Pitta. That man was so good at. Oh, I know, right? What's funny, Cade, is I joke. Kyle Van Noy has actually kind of been one of my inspirations to getting back into the gym a little bit. Me and Kyle Van Noy are the same age. Me and Kyle Van Noy are almost the same height. I think he's like 6'4" listed. I'm basically 6'3". Kyle Van Noy is like 240 to 250 pounds. That's my playing weight as well. I'm currently at 230 myself. Only reason I'm not at a higher weight is because I've just been in a 1,400 calorie deficit for months. So Kyle Van Noy has kind of been like one of my inspirations a little bit. I was like, man, Kyle kind of came in from off the street and like played well. So it's just one of those ones I was like, man, I wonder if I could like play, even though I know I could never play football ever again. Probably mostly because of my heat stroke. A crew of pirates and raiders check their flintlocks and sharpen their cutlasses as they disembark for Black Heart Island. The poisonous fog sends half the crew to Davy Jones' locker. The rest escape with a handful of plunder and a tale of plenty. Welcome to my DM session. This is Dungeons and Dragons. No, I'm kidding. Dave McNiner wins, what is that, 10,000? And Cade Lane wins 19,998 points, which means me and ES died to the fog. What's really funny about the heist thing and like, the whole pirate thing, I actually was one of the people that played Sea of Thieves when it very first came out. I used to love playing Sea of Thieves with the guys back in the day. Just setting sail, hunting people, having fun. It was so much fun. And then every one of my friends bailed on the game, and I was the only person left. And finding randos was too much work, so I gave up on it. Cade says, I actually share a birthday with Nada and could have been the same nursery. That's wild, Cade. That's really cool, man. That's super cool. I love Nada. For those that don't know, Haloti Nada announced, I think it was the Ravens' 3rd round pick this past year, and had his sons up there, and they were like, fuck the Steelers. 2nd and 15. Lamar's going to keep it and run with it. He's got the first down and some. And to start the 4th quarter, he's got a 17-yard gain for a first down. Cade rolling that 66, son. Y'all might be addicted to the dice. It's okay, guys. Don't let the dice run your life. Again, I could make so many D&D jokes about that. Like I said, I would really love to do like a D&D thing online. I would totally stream D&D as well, but I don't have enough friends with that much time and commitment, sadly. Derrick Henry, 10 rushes for 123 yards. He's averaging 12 yards a rush. Toss play going right to him, and good job by the Buccaneers to seal the edge. Ricard out there, but unable to get the push, and that's going nowhere. Oh no, Cade. The slots are so dangerous. The slots, I have to go and program every winning combination for the slots. And because that, the slots are very high risk, high reward. You are more than likely going to lose your money on the slots. But at the same time, if you do win on the slots and get the winning combo, oh, you are guaranteed to like. And usually the combo is like one of the names with like MVP, like so Ogden Hall of Fame. And oh no, this is fumble by Flowers technically. And oh my God, he's going to get into the end zone because they're trying to rip the ball out. They could have tackled him, but instead they tried to rip the ball out. And a screen behind the line of scrimmage ends up as a fumble, possibly returned for a touchdown as it stands currently. Oh my God. Play action screen to Zay. It is behind Lamar. So when he drops it, that is a toss essentially. That's a live ball. And Isaiah Likely and I think Lamar are trying to pull the ball out and stop it, but they should have tried to tackle him instead. Oh, his knees down as he picks it up. And there's contact. Oh, it's going to be a fumble recovered by Tampa, but he's going to be down at the fumble. So, oh my God. Yep, and definitively he is down. So it is a backwards pass and going to be Tampa's ball, but luckily it's not a touchdown for Tampa. So Baltimore will have a chance to mitigate the damage. That's unfortunate, man. Just unfortunate. And you got to give credit to Tampa's team just pushing and pushing. Tampa gets started here from the 30-yard line after the unfortunate play for Baltimore. And he's going all the way to the end zone, overthrows his man, and Kyle Hamilton delivers a shot to Cade Otton. And we're going to probably get a flag on this. And like Asa, you got to give it to him for that hustle, though. That's for dang sure. And let's see here. And that's a good hit by Kyle. He went with the shoulder, went to the shoulder. I mean, there's almost no way to stop that now at that angle where he's at. And good no call. Good. They actually picked up the flag, I think, so. Handoff going left. Oh! Ball might have came out. Loses yard. And that's White on the run. Nothing on the play. Namde right there. And then Ngakoue getting some good reps as well. Of course, Yannick Ngakoue came back to the Ravens practice squad, elevated last week, I believe. Might have been the week before. Didn't work out the first time in Baltimore, but pass rushers are getting there now. I really wish Matthew Judon would have came back. I think he would have ate with how we run our defense now. There used to be some hate on the edge rushers in Baltimore, and they just didn't get their chances. And that's why a lot of them didn't want to stay. And Mayfield under pressure gets the ball off to his tight end, and a first down, takes a huge hit from Roquan, and he fumbles on the hit. My God, though, Cade Otton is taking a beating today. What a hit by Roquan. I'm trying to get to that level where it like fills out the shirt. I'm almost there. I'm like stretching the shirt, but I still need some more. 12:09. Roquan has 14 tackles on the day. Screenplay going left, and Godwin takes a pretty big shot there. Gain of 9 yards. They're going to be a 2nd and 1. And they're in the red zone because we heard the cannons fire. I guess that's the tradition of the Buccaneers when they enter the red zone. The ship there fires off the cannons. Cade says, any of the rookies from this year's draft playing? Yeah, Bucky Irving's out there. He's from this year's draft, if I'm not mistaken. Are you talking about the Ravens? Because Nate Wiggins out there as well. There's actually a lot of rookies playing. Cade Otton, I think, is a tight end from Ohio State, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So lots of rookies. Little screenplay after the play action, and Rachaad White's going to walk into the touchdown or in the end zone after the screen. And Tampa Bay finally going to end the Baltimore run. And are they going to go for 2 points here? They're going for 2. They kind of do need to. A 2-point conversion will make this a 2-score game. So big 2-point conversion coming up this year's for the Ravens. Yes, Nate Wiggins is out there. Adisa Isaac, Braid, and are inactive, so they're not there. Let me see who else is out there. I'm trying to think of this year's draft class. Rosengarten, of course, is out there playing as well. So we got Rosengarten, Wiggins getting lots of good snaps. Adisa was the third. Ali's inactive as well, so no. And going left side, and got it. And that Shepard got the 2-point conversion for him. And the cannons are firing in Tampa. And we got a 16-point game here in Tampa. And a Darius Washington, the cornerback in coverage on that just little corner route in the back pylon throw, and just creates separation from him. Good throw, good catch, honestly. I'm trying to remember who else is part of this draft class. You can kind of consider Voorhees, but he's not out there. Let me see. So Wiggins out there, Rosengarten out there, Isaac's inactive. Devontae Walker, I don't think I've seen him, but he is active today. I don't think I've seen much of Tampa. I think he's active as well. Samak, the 7th round center, is inactive as well. So quite a bit of those guys inactive. Let me double check the IRs here. Make sure I'm not missing something. Yeah, so Tampa's active. Might have seen TJ Tampa, but I'm just not used to the number yet. Let's see here. How is the stream doing today? 14 concurrent viewers, 257 views. I pinned my Trippy Ravens mug on it. So, interesting. Stream suggestion. The current bit rate output is 5,035 kilobytes per second. Is higher than the recommended bit rate. We recommend that you use a stream. So, it's interesting. It's telling me to lower my OBS bit rate into YouTube from the 5K that I'm running to 2,500. The thing is, I'm running a 20 or 5K output bit rate, and my CPU usage, according to OBS, is sitting around 3.6%. With no drop frames, 30 FPS. So I think it's doing pretty good. I wonder if I could push up to 60 FPS and drop the bit rate. Who is our backup currently? I know because Devin Leary's not there anymore. We brought back Huntley, didn't we? That's a good question, honestly. Josh Johnson is currently listed as Baltimore's backup quarterback. So I know if Baltimore scores again, we might see Josh Johnson in the game at some point. And if Josh Johnson comes in the game, that'll probably be it for the stream. And no return here for the Ravens. 11:24 left in this game. And again, I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming and hanging out with us so far on Monday Night Football. Been a great stream and been a lot of people hanging out with us tonight. I really appreciate all y'all. Of course, we'll make sure to settle the betting as well as the raffle before we end the stream today. Yeah, that's right. Huntley is playing for Miami. Like I said, it's Josh Johnson, technically. And power I formation here for the Ravens. Zay the man in motion. Hand off to Henry, going up the gut and gain of maybe about 2 or 3 yards on the play. Yeah, poor Miami, too, having so many quarterback issues. Miami is one of those guys I've been banging the table for them to go get a quarterback that I really liked in this draft process, but I guess they're settled with waiting for Tua. Put a little hot Tua on that offense, you know what I'm saying? And then what's crazy is I really feel like my quarterback guy from my draft class this year would be such a great fit for Mike McDaniels in that offense that they run. But I get it. I get it. Toss play going right. Cuts back left. Lamar going to set a block for Henry downfield. Lamar still blocking downfield. Henry still going. They're saying he's out of bounds. He would have been gone to the touchdown. And look at Lamar Jackson throwing blocks like 15 yards downfield on that. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Toss play right. Cuts back. Lamar hits one guy with a small hit. Then blocks Antoine Winfield downfield like 10 or 15 yards. And yeah, Henry does step out of bounds. That is the correct call. And you got to love Lamar, the hustle, the effort on that play. Like, that's so great. Kate says, but Tua is going to be able to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got to start figuring out the quarterback thing. And why not go ahead and bring in a young guy that, go start working on some young guys. See if you can go find a sleeper. And the guy that I'm talking about, it's not like he went completely unnoticed. He got a camp invite from the Buffalo Bills, if I'm not mistaken, which Buffalo kind of had their quarterback situation pretty settled, even the backup, and they probably weren't going to carry more than two. So it was one of those ones where it was a camp invite just to be a camp arm, and I really think he deserves a shot somewhere. And I think being a 6-year starter for one college says a lot about leadership and your ability to probably learn and operate an offense. And some of his teammates are in the NFL. His running back is on the Los Angeles Chargers right now, taken in the 5th round. So it's not like there wasn't talent on that team. His running back is one of my pound the table guys, and actually how I found him as a quarterback more so. But again, what do I know? It's not like my draft specials have been like A+ so far, and I basically could have built entire teams offensive and defensively out of 3rd round and later picks. I would be that GM if I'm in the bottom of the 1st round and I'm not liking it, trade out. Get to my 2nd round pick, not liking it, trade out. And then all of a sudden I have like 2/3, 2/4, 2/5, picked up a 2nd round pick or a 1st round pick the next year maybe, loaded up. Then I'm willing to trade up some of my 3rd to 5th round picks in the future year to move up into this year essentially. Because then I know next year with my extra 1st round pick or 2nd round pick that I got, that I'm going to trade that back and then pick up those picks back. Kind of like what the Eagles do in a lot of years, which they learned a lot of that from the Ravens front office. So, but again, what do I know? It's not like my favorite thing ever has always been just rebuilding stuff. 8 minutes left in this game. Ball on the 23-yard line of the Bucs as the Ravens are knocking on the red zone. And with that, going to be 2nd and about 7 maybe, and that's going to put Baltimore officially into the red zone. God, what a snooze fest. The exclusive ESPN Plus game, of course, Chargers versus Arizona. Arizona leading that game 7-6. Los Angeles does have the ball and is trying to drive, but they have 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter of that game. What a snooze fest. 2nd and 9. And Lamar going to keep it, and he kind of trips on the play. Oh no, he does get tackled. I didn't even see that guy. Number 0 for the Bucs. And they're talking about it right now. They're like, oh, Lamar in the postseason and lost to Derrick Henry in the 1st year and the Bills in the divisional next year. And just, talking about, there's been a lot of... I got a feeling that tonight is going to be a good night. All right, anyway, Lamar got a man on the right side wide open. That's Henry, and he's going to take the pass for a touchdown. Henry's getting it every way possible tonight. And barring the PAT, this is going to be a 41-18 game. And like me and Cade were talking about it earlier, don't take the foot off the gas. I want 40 points. Ravens with an 8-play, 70-yard drive taken, 4:52 off the clock here in the 4th quarter. And yep, Derrick Henry, just like they said, a simple little flat route there, just a hole in the zone coverage, and Lamar is torching them tonight. Lamar now on the night, 17 of 22 for 281 yards, 5 touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 15 carries for 169 yards. Rashad Bateman, 4 catches for 121 yards. Baltimore has 2 sacks, 2 interceptions on the day, while shutting down the red zone D offense multiple times. This is an absolute great game all around by the Baltimore Ravens. John Harbaugh hasn't had to do much today, that's for sure. And we've got a timeout at 6:32. Doesn't tell me why or who. I would safe to say, with, hold on, I'm bad at math here. Hold on, I'm bad at math. 22, was that 23-point lead? I think with 7 minutes left, I think it's pretty safe to say that the Ravens have won this game. No doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely demolished them. Oh, do we have something happening? Is that... No, that's them showing the Derrick Henry touchdown. Wow. And of course, Ramon Stevenson not getting anything in New England. They gotta move on, man. I gotta do some videos about rebuilding teams, that's for sure. But some of the teams, like the Patriots, it can't be fixed this season. It's got to go into the offseason, the draft, the free agency. We can all. There is no team that is unfixable via the draft. However, I will admit, as someone that loves the draft and always watches every round of the draft, it's a little disheartening. Last year's draft class was predicted to be one of the largest and deepest draft classes in a while. And that was due to the COVID years. Now that NIL is in full swing, the draft classes are expected to hit an all-time low. We saw last year an all-time low of underclassmen coming out to the NFL just because they can make their rookie contract money, especially if they are at a power top 15 school, essentially. They can make that money themselves through NIL money almost and through the boosters. So no reason to really rush to the NFL at any point and get locked into a rookie contract for 4 or 5 years. And especially if there's any potential that they could improve and their draft stock for the next year. And Josh Johnson is warming up, so he is done for the night. I think Baker's still in there, though. Is that Baker? Pass over the middle, and Godwin with a catch, but not going there. And congratulations to David McNiner and Cade Lane. Half the crew dies to the fog. And Mayfield still in there running a no-huddle. We'll see if Mayfield can score. If the Bucs don't score on this drive, I'm calling it. Mayfield going deep over the middle and almost intercepted, and Ott makes the catch somehow. It was like he was surprised he made the catch even. And a big hit again. That man has taken so many hits today. Shout out to Cade Ott. Like I said, I believe that's the rookie from Ohio State. I think they took in somewhere between the 3rd and the 5th round. I liked what I saw. And pass on the right side that time. Ott again. And Darius Washington, Ott was surprised to get the ball because Darius had the interception. It just went through his fingers, sadly. 2nd and 4. Baker going deep and, hits his man in the foot. Jalen McMillan might have had a chance on the ball, but Baker under pressure, unable to deliver it where it needed to be. Do, do, do. And of course, no Mike Evans. Definitely hurting this Buccaneers offense a little bit. No way it wouldn't, you know. Also lost a really good defensive back in Tyke Smith, one of their other rookies. We've seen a lot of rookies playing today. You know what I'm saying? Cade says, can you fix it? Oh, yep. Give me a second here. Sorry. There we are. And pass left. Oh, Ardarius with a good tackle, but I think he got the first down. They're going to say he's just short. I'm thinking of Cade Stover is who I'm thinking of, the Ohio State guy. Was Cade out there the year before? Now I'm like, fourth round selection. And they're going to give him the first down here. Washington, fourth round pick a couple years ago. I appreciate you, though, Cade, for telling me that. I did want to make sure I got that fixed. So 4:55 on the clock. Baker looking left, going there. Got a man, and oh, my God. Otten with another huge hit. This one, Marcus Williams laying the hit. And this dude is eating right now. This is just a little seam route from the tight end and just takes out of his legs. And they're down at the 8 or the 9-yard line. Guess Baker should have just been doing this the entire time. False start on the offense. That's going to back him up a little bit here. First and goal, more than 10 yards. What a drive, though, by the Buccaneers here. Cade Otten getting it done. And look at him, no gloves, looking out there like Tony Gonzalez. A young Tony Gonzalez, 88, making the big catch, no gloves. Didn't Jason Witten also used to be famous for not wearing any gloves? 4:36 on the clock here. Ball on the 9-yard line officially after the penalty. Baker looking left, scanning, going right, got McMillan, and down at the 2-yard line. Second and goal from the 2. Both teams coming in this matchup 4-2, looking to really take that, or I should say, take the lead or tie for the division and run up the middle. I think that's Irving, and I don't think he got there. Short by a yard. Third and goal. And I mean, no matter what, this game is over. 4 minutes left. Even if they get the ball back on an offside kick, there's no way for them to come up with 23 points. They could get it, score here, get it back, score, and they can max get 16 points. They would have to then get a second onside kick consecutively. And we've got a touchdown Buccaneers. And, of course, they're going for 2. We're going to just play it out. What's like a few more minutes? The Ravens are going to run the living crap out of this ball. We might see a good interception or a sack at the end. There's always a chance, knock on wood, an injury happens. Hopefully not. And we don't want to miss an injury if there is one, like reporting-wise. So, good touchdown by Bucky Irving. I think I got him starting in some of my fantasy leagues. Actually, I think I did take him out for this game. Azo said, hey, whatever happened to the tush push? Did they ban it? No, it's still there. It's just a quarterback got hurt on one. And that's why some do it with tight ends, but like us, but they're still scared to do it. Baker going for 2. They do need it, getting pressured, and he's sacked on the play. Let's go. I believe that's Michael Pierce. Yep. Michael Pierce getting a sack on it. Adding to my defensive points. Let's go. Why are they shooting the cannons? That was not the home team. And with that, it's 41. I gotta love. They're like, let's talk about college football because this game's over, but we still have to hang out here. LSU taking on Texas A&M, 8-14. 21 Missouri taking on 15th Alabama, and 12th Notre Dame taking on Navy's ranked 24. What is going on with college football that Navy's in the top 25? Like, what is going on with that? That's the wild one. And what's really cool is actually one of the fun ones. if I'm able to get some money and like buy some of my own merch, I could actually start using Streamlabs to do giveaways of stuff like that. Or if like one of the things I thought about doing is like every once in a while, me and the girlfriend, we like go like Goodwill, Ross, just like bargain hunting. And I always see like memorabilia for teams like the Browns, the Buccaneers, um, the Cowboys. And every once in a while, I think about the Rams. I think about grabbing that gear and doing like giveaways and stuff. And oh, great onside kick. And it is recovered by Tampa, actually. Wow. David says, are the cannons pointed at the Buccaneers sideline? Kate says, Army and Navy in the top 25? Wow, that's fucking wild. What a bounce, though, by the kicker and McLaughlin. Like, that is a great bounce and great play by them. Zay trying to get it, but number 34? And there have been 2 successful onside kicks in the NFL, and both of them are against Baltimore. And I've talked about it coming into this game, even Baltimore's special teams ranked 24th in the NFL. That is not something we're used to. A lot of that had to do with Justin Tucker's early misses, but also some of it has been the bad returns. Kate says they're both undefeated, though. I mean, hard to argue with that, right? 3:46 as they get started here at the 49-yard line, their own 49. So little pass left to White, and Roquan going to tackle him. That's a gain of 4 yards, it looks like. 2nd and 6 as the clock continues to tick here. They can't even really use their timeouts. They've got to save them if they get another onside kick recovery. Roquan now 16 tackles on the night. Baker looking left. He's going there. Short pass, and that's Godwin with a catch as Stevens tries to rip the ball out. And it's going to be just short of the first down, 3rd and about inches. Roquan, one of only 2 linebackers to be first-team All-Pro, and like I missed the rest of that stat. I'm guessing the first few seasons. Handoff up the middle, and they've got the first down here. Ball on what looks like to be the 39-yard line of the Ravens. So Buccaneers, 2 minutes, 50 seconds, 39 yards away from the end zone. Like I said, they would need to score 2-point conversion and get the ball back on another onside kick, though, to stay in this game. Baker going on the right side this time. Cade Otton again got a catch. Tough contact. Adarius Washington right there in coverage. Maybe it's time to switch out Adarius Washington and let someone else get some reps here. It's late in the game. There's no chance. Let's see TJ Tampa out there. I think I actually do see him. Is that what number 25? No, that's Adarius over there, 29. And Baker over the middle. Got him, man. We've got a flag on the play. And our Darius says it should be push off on the offense. Let's see if it is. And they're saying it's actually against the Ravens. So let's see. Illegal contact. Penalty is declined. First down, and that's against Wiggins. We've got to line up someone on because he is killing us right now. Sorry, yawning. That's Sterling Shepard, and we've got a flag. This is probably going to be a false start. Yep. And they called that so fast. They didn't even let the refs come together and like convene. They called it so fast. That's against Luke Godecki. What's really funny is I actually used to work with someone in Arkansas that had that exact name. His name was Luke Godecki. Or no, it was Ludecki. I'm sorry. So 1st and 15. Ball on the 23. Baker taking a shot at the end zone. He's got a man, McMillan. And he drops it through contact on the ground. Looks like he might have had the toe tap, but unable to maintain possession through the catch. He will be a much better receiver for them next year. Every one of these reps is so valuable to him. I know Tampa, I don't know how they feel about him, Buccaneer fans, but I'm telling you, this kid will be a special weapon next year. Double move on Nate Wiggins. Good job by Nate to get that little push at the end to probably create the separation. He's had 7 targets, 3 catches for 15 yards tonight. That's Jalen McMillan. Ooh, Baker with a good pocket. He's going the left side to White. And untouched as White is going to score. And this game isn't over, ladies and gentlemen. That brings the Buccaneers now to 30 points, barring whatever their choice is for the PAT. They are down 11. So they believe they do need a 2-point here. I mean, I guess they really don't. And like they're saying, this is another blown coverage. No one on the right side of the field for the Ravens. Like Rachaad White walked into the end zone and there was still no one within 15 yards of him. Like that was so bad. And again, these blown coverages are killing the Ravens right now. And Zach Orr not happy with his defense. Owe looks like he's doing some communicating right now with the players. Ravens might have an extra guy on the field here. And Owe has to sprint off the field. Did the Ravens just have to use a timeout? I'm so confused what's going on. Arizona, by the way, has taken the lead 14-9 over the Chargers with 14-14 left in that fourth quarter. Like Azo said, that defense is definitely out of gas. That's for sure. Like I said, I would love to see some more snaps by guys like TJ Tampa in there. And 1-point conversion is good. 31-41. 10-point game with 158. Baltimore just basically has to get the 2-point or not let them get the onside kick. That's all Baltimore really has to do. Even though Tampa has all 3 timeouts, they do not have the benefit of the 2-minute warning. Meaning, if they do not get the onside kick, they have to stop Baltimore using more than likely all 3 timeouts, at which said point, they will then have no timeouts to then score a touchdown and a field goal, which is impossible with less than 2 minutes left. Unless they do it on a one-play, or get a crazy pass interference or, oh God, I hope I'm not foreshadowing. Cade says, doing great, and they got comfortable. You're not wrong, though. They put the throw it on. We were up 40. Everyone, like even me, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to call this game. We're up. But, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I was like, you know what? I got this gut feeling. I got a feeling that tonight is going to be a good, good night. And credit to Tampa, though. Their offensive line is not letting the front four of the Ravens get there. Like, I was just watching the replay on NFL Game Center, and NFL Game Center on Roku TV is now one of my favorite little things to have on the side. They show the replays. They show stats. I get updates on the games. I have fantasy updates on the top performers at every position. Whenever it's like certain games and there's only one game on, they'll show us like NFL Next Gen stat, the actual X and O's on the field. Like, it's super cool. Azo said it would be a win to make a movie about. That's for sure if they make the comeback. Kate says it's all your fault. You tried to call it early. But I didn't, though. And I acknowledge the possibility. You can't put those blown coverages on me. Damn it, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on me. I'm on fire. Oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. Baby Jesus, sweet baby. 3 pound, 4 ounce baby Jesus. Help me. I'm on fire. You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby. God damn it, there's a cougar in the car. You know what they say, if you can overcome a cougar, you can overcome your fear of racing. I've never fucking heard that once in my life. And good bounce again. This time Zay gets it, though. That was an exact same kick as the first one. Zay knowing what to look for here. And again, it's basically over, but I'm not calling it till the Ravens get a first down. And like I said, the Bucs still have all 3 timeouts. So if the Ravens need to understand, they don't really need to pass at all. I don't want to see a single pass by the Ravens right now. I don't care if they 3 and stop us. We're at the 50. We're going to punt this in at the 1. Run the ball. Run the ball. Power I, 12 formation here. Run going right. Josh Johnson and Justice Hill in there, and no gain on the play. 5 touchdown passes for Lamar tonight, ties the Ravens' single game record. His 5th career game with 5 touchdowns. The rest of the Ravens' history, only 2. Second most games with 5+ touchdowns since 2018. Guess who he's behind? Patrick Mahomes. So, hey, nice roll, Dave McKnight, on that 99. Nice. Hey, John Jay, it ain't over till we get a first down here. That's all I'm saying. They already made one really good onside kick, so it's been a great night, though. The wildest thing I saw, I don't know if y'all saw this on the Sunday game with the Niners. The Kansas City Chiefs were using their extra offensive linemen to stand in front of the sun to block the sun on their starting players who were sitting on the bench to cool them off. I've never seen like anything in my life. And handoff going left this time, and again, nothing on the play. Might even lost 2 yards. And I mean, this is the right call. This is the right call. Don't stress. Don't stress, Raven fans. I know the defense has been struggling, but this is the correct thing to do. I know Lamar's sitting there talking with Derek, I think, saying, hey, I wanted to stay in, bro. I wanted to go out there and go pass one more time and end this game. But this is the correct call here. And there they're showing the Ravens' next 5 games. Browns, Broncos, Bengals, Steelers, Chargers. Only 2 teams above 500 on that stretch. So 2 out of their next 5 against losing teams. I'm sorry, 3 out of their next 5 against losing teams. 2 out of 5 against winning. 3rd and 11 here. Ravens know this is run. Tampa knows this is going to be a run. Josh Johnson making an adjustment here, it looks like. Handoff going left, and Hill just going to hold on to this ball, gain a 1 or 2 on the play. And Tampa, of course, going to use their final timeout. So with 1:43, the punt team's coming out here. As long as Jordan Stout doesn't muff this or drop this or go over his head or something crazy. Azo, so what has the Steelers... They've actually had a hard schedule too. Because, of course, both... The AFC North collectively is playing against the NFC East this year. So playing the Commanders, the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Giants. And then, of course, the AFC North was predicted to be one of the best divisions of football this year. And playing 2 games against each other gave basically every team in the AFC North a top 10 hardest schedule in the NFL. However, though, you know, I tried to tell a lot of people the NFC North was going to be a really good division this year. And it's turned out to be actually, they have the highest point differential of any division in the NFL right now. The NFC North is killing it right now. And going to get a return here. Wallace overran it, and someone pushes him out of bounds, luckily. Wallace probably thought he wasn't going to actually catch this ball. So Buccaneers with 1 minute and 34 seconds. Got nothing but dreams in their pockets about to try to make something happen here. We've got Troy Aikman and Joe Buck calling this game here on Monday Night Football. We're got nothing left but ice water in our drink. And I'm so excited to go eat some tacos after this game. I will say, man, we've had a great loyal viewing this stream, but it's also one of my lowest viewing streams in a while. Oh, and great play by Kyle Hamilton. Breaking up that play, intended receiver, Cade Otton on a quick little out route here. Yeah, normally my streams get a few hundred, between 700, 900. If I'm doing really well, I might break a couple thousand views. And today we are officially at 287 as we're approaching the end of the stream. However, though, I've had a concurrent view of 10 to 13 viewers, right now, 13 of y'all hanging out with me, that have hung out with the entire stream, and that's what really counts. So I really appreciate y'all. Baker pressured. He's going to take a sack on the play. I think Darius Washington going to get the credit. Coming on the cornerback blitz. And 3rd and long now for the Buccaneers after the sack. And Darius lined up there over Godwin, and he's just going to blitz. Great job by the outside edge there just to occupy the left tackle and just, not push too far outside. Ooh, Ojabo just got pancaked. And, Baker completes one over the middle to Godwin. But, Godwin is down and hurt. And with 53 seconds, technically Tampa doesn't have any timeouts, which means I think they will run an extra like 10 or 15 seconds off the clock. That is a little unfortunate. We are going to hope that Chris Godwin is okay. Ooh, they said they're not going to show the replay by... Ooh, you know it's bad when the booth said they tell the announcers, we are not going to show that replay live on Chris Godwin, who just got hit. Kay Ladd says dual Monday Night Football games. I'm sure that hurts. You're not wrong. And, I try to remember, Grossi talked about it at one point last year. He talked about how at certain points through the season that the views are just a little lower. Like, it's just how it goes with everything that's going on in the world. And, so it be like that. And it's just one of those ones. I sometimes wish I was able to pull my friends together to stream more content. We talked about, I want to stream games. I want to, actual video game content. Of course, I want to stream my football content. I kind of want to do D&D content. I want to do anime review content because I love watching anime and talking anime with my friends. I would love to have a podcast just with the boys talking about anime. I joke with a girlfriend all the time about streaming games with her and trying to be like a streaming couple in a sense. Like us just playing Stardew, Fortnite, TFT, and games like that together in our cute little gaming room. We watch MasterChef, Hell's Kitchen, and I even watch some I actually enjoy watching Love is Blind with my girlfriend. We're excited to watch the wedding episodes are coming out soon. And we joke, we call so many things and we feel like we have such good commentary on the stuff that's happening. And, we go in the Reddit threads and we see what people are talking about, in the Reddit threads after the shows. And we have such a good heart on the pulse of that audience that I joked with her, I feel like we would be able to do really well doing live reaction up to the episodes as they came out. You know what I'm saying? And doing a viewing party of the episodes. But, it'd be like that. Kate says, what is up? Yeah, it was ESPN Plus trying to get that extra money is what it was. And they thought this was going to be a good game at the beginning of the season. I could have told you this wasn't going to be. The Chargers disappoint me, but the Arizona Cardinals exactly what I expected. Kate says, I joined a D&D group. I know Azo's a big D&D player. Azo is got a lot of DM experience too. And that's the thing, I've actually never finished a full campaign, and it breaks my heart. I've played a cleric, a druid, and an artificer so far. I've only played 3 different times, and Chris Godwin, they've got a boot on his left leg, compression boot, meaning he definitely has a fracture in his lower left leg. Again, prayers out. It apparently got trapped under someone. Azo said, fucking upgrade that PC then, my dude. I know, Azo. Like I said, when I went back to college, I actually got a chunk of money back from college. And it was at that point I could have upgraded. I had a few $1,000s. I could have upgraded my PC, upgraded my Xbox, bought a fucking VR console. I could have done what I really should have done to upgrade my stream and do more. But at the same time, I looked at my girlfriend and I was like, I can take this money and I can cover every fucking bill for the month for both of us, essentially. And then, just whatever's left, put it towards the next month. And, she really was like, it's your money, do what you want. But it was just one of those ones I felt like it was the responsible and better thing to do. And so I did it. Oh, and Mayfield almost throws an interception on that one. They're still trying to score here. And Azo, like you said, it is an investment. It probably would pay off to a degree. I started playing some Overwatch on my Xbox again. And immediately I've had people sending me friend invites because I'm top of the lobby and healing, because I don't mind playing healing. I don't mind playing tank, healing, or DPS in Overwatch. And usually I'm at the top of the lobby and healing, or at least top of my team lately. And, so I've been trying to rank up in the rank grind of Overwatch. What up, my boy Pusha? We got a great win here. And with 30 seconds, this game, is over. I'm going to close the book, as they actually say. For those that don't know, this is my book where I keep all my notes. We had the end of the 23 season, the 2024 draft, and then the start of the 24 season. And I mean, this is like what, 150 page, 100 page wide sheet college rule book. And I've got 100 page of notes from this season, the draft, and a little bit of last season. And it's filled up. I'm on my final probably 5 pages in this book. So after a couple more fantasy football shows and stuff like that, I've got to open a new notebook, which I'm kind of excited for. I literally have folders where I've kept my notes over the years so that I can literally say, no, here are my notes from 3 years ago on this guy during the draft process. Here are my notes on him from the scouting combine that I covered it live. Like Pusha said, Ravens standing on business. I don't want to hear anything about who's better than Lamar. If it's not Patrick Mahomes, you ain't. But I feel you on that, Pusha. I feel you on that, my boy. Lamar giving you every type of touchdown. Agreed. And it's just sad, man. Godwin. Again, why are the starters in there when they're down and basically it's impossible? Godwin should not have been in there. Baker shouldn't have been in there. They should have pulled Evans out of the game earlier. I'm not going to lie, if I was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, I would be a little upset at my coaching staff right now, to keep it 100 on that. And we're in some of the final plays here as Baker is still trying to score. And another tight throw. Kyle Hamilton and Nate Wiggins almost get an interception. Jalen McMillan's got like 9 targets. Maybe he might be in double-digit targets now. And we've got a close game up there in Arizona. LA finally, no, I think they kicked another field goal. It's 12-14. Does LA have 5 field goals now? 3, 6, 9, no, 4 field goals. They've scored 4 field goals. Arizona scored 2 touchdowns. Wild. 18 seconds left in this game and counting. Baker pump fakes and tries to throw it over the middle and nothing there. Tucker, the intended wide receiver. 13 seconds, 3rd and 10. And as the game cast is showing you there, this game has officially gone final. Barring those if Baker hadn't thrown the really bad interceptions, this would be a completely different game. Baker's got good yards. He's got a good completion percentage. But those 2 interceptions, killers. Both teams, Baltimore 508 yards of offense, Tampa 469 yards. I mean, what a game. And Baker going to run for the first down, and Kyle just going to wrap him up and hug him. And that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Baltimore standing on business. Great game to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No disrespect. They played an absolutely great game. Deep down in my heart, I really hope Godwin's okay. But I'm going to tell you this. If they're not showing the replay and they immediately put that pressure boot basically to, secure, basically what they're looking to do is secure the bone fracture and make sure it doesn't move as they transport him for surgery. So, God, that was horrible to watch. And Mike Evans was already questionable coming into the game this week with the hamstring issues. It was clearly bothering him. After he got that first touchdown, and his 100th career touchdown, he definitely should have came out of the game. And now the hamstring injury clearly re-aggravated. He's going to miss a few more weeks now, which is definitely now going to really hurt this Tampa Bay offense. No Chris Godwin, no Mike Evans. It might allow teams to zero in on the running backs coming out of the backfield. Like we saw Bucky Irving make some really good catches. And might just limit the offense in general. So thoughts and prayers go out to Tampa Bay on that one. Again, great game. I wish you the best in the future. Special shout out to David McNiner, Azo, Cade, Steve-O. We had Peo in here earlier, John J. I'm probably missing a few people, and if I am, I deeply apologize. ES, that's who I really wanted to get in there as well. Really appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us. So, of course, coming up on the calendar here, we've got the Corey Davis lockdown picks. These are basically, we do a panel with a bunch of 49er. Oh, yeah, thank you for reminding me about the AZO so I can distribute. So, Ravens are the winner and complete the poll. And then let's go here to the giveaway. We'll settle the giveaway. We will close entries and pick the winner. Ah, I won my own raffle. I'm so sorry. Can I? Yeah, I'm removing myself as the winner. Hold on. We're going to pick a new winner. We're going to pick a new winner. The winner is Steve-O. Congratulations to Steve-O. Handing out the 10,000 loyalty points as winner of the raffle because I took myself out. Congratulations to everyone who bet on the game. I believe it's like a double multiplier if I'm not mistaken. But again, we've got the Corey Davis lockdown picks on Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern time, where we join a bunch of 49er and content creators and friends, and we work through all the games of the week and make our predictions. Of course, Thursday, we do a fantasy football show, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you come and check that out. And of course, we continue our weekly tradition of Jackbox games on Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we bring in some friends, we play some Jackbox games. Even the chat can join sometimes and also join the audience as well. It's an adult humor style show. We're always having fun. And then, of course, Baltimore taking on the Cleveland Browns next week, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you check us out for that game. I think our second game that week is going to be Houston versus the New York Jets on Thursday Night Football post-fantasy football show. So make sure you hit that like button before you head out today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate every single one of y'all. And let's go Ravens. With that,